Hello, everyone. Welcome to another game of Gopherwatch League. We here. I'm joined by the Jumbled and uh,
Hello, hello, hello.
hello there. We have the Nekos versus the Quokkas here, so this should be a very interesting match.
The best part about doing things yourself.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these two teams play. I know a few players on each of the teams. Like I've played with them a good amount. Like I played with Catholic a bit. Ninja Drew I've played frequently with. So we should have a good matchup here.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. We should have an interesting match. Bit of a communication error, I guess, mostly my bad, but I'll be taking over for the casting here alongside Jumble. But yeah, we look at these teams here. We got the Quokkas. They go 1-0 in their first game. Then Nekos have the bye week, but they both come off into this game with a loss. Uh, but we do have some new free agents on both sides. The Quokkas will have Chad coming in, and the Nekos will have Sonic Ironic. So two of the bigger free agents are coming in here, so it should be interesting to see if any of them get the play time. But I think the biggest question here for the Quokkas is, everybody's seen in the general chat the entire week that Maple and Jack have been having some login issues. So I know currently they are both playing on VPNs. So it should be interesting to see. I think both of them said that both are working well, so there shouldn't be any problem there. But yeah, hopefully that works out for them in
Yeah,
the long run. But
any technical issues here. So hopefully we'll have a clean match here.
indeed. Well, I mean, when I look at these teams on paper, when I see a very very strong looking DPS line for the Nekos right now, Bliss or Sin or Trey or Arctic, whatever you want to call him, was started out playing support for this team, but looks like with the addition of I believe Emerald was playing today, so Sin's to be playing on that DPS. So the Whalefish and Sin DPS lineup very scary. Wouldn't be surprised to see Rusty Goomba swap over to perhaps a Diva to try to deal with that pressure coming in. But Jack and Maple none to sleep on either, so could be a pretty big, gun show here for these DPS players. Can't really up to the tanks and supports. Just try to not get picked and try to survive all this damage going to be coming in here from these stellar players.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, I mean it's definitely I've seen both of these DPS lines go at it. Like they're nothing to joke about. Like definitely you look at Whalefish and Blizzard Sin, I guess, and you see like that's like an insanely strong DPS line, but I'm excited to see, Maple and Jack work together. I don't know if I've seen Maple play, but I've seen Jack play quite a bit.
Yeah, I think the biggest question for me here, especially if our first map is Lijiang Tower, is Whalefish is very proficient with the Hanzo and a little bit of the Tracers, so maybe seeing that a bit more here. But I don't know if the Lijiang Tower specifically, with its very brawl heavy style, plays into the favor here of the DPS line of the Nekos, more of the Quokkas. At that point, you could look probably more to the tanks a little bit. That being Rusty versus Protect, probably on that main tank, and Nort Logic and probably Transflect once they arrive on that off tank.
Mm.
But I think the thing to point out here is the very strong support of the Quokkas versus the Nekos. Nekos, if you look at their team, probably the weakest part on paper is the support line, with Trubotron being that mid silver player, kind of bring it all down for him to run the stellar lineup of other players. And Emerald, I don't know if Emerald played in their last match, so it should be. I don't know if we've seen Emerald play, but a diamond flex support, I believe. But go against Caden, season 4 champion of the Pompey Pelicans, very stellar support player in his own right, and Go Seek or Transflect both very solid on that main support role as well. So should be a fairly equal match on the support line. DPS lane probably as well if Jack decides to go rookie mode again, because those first couple matches when Echo was playing, or when Jack's playing the Echo, was quite stellar and rocking the Echo profile picture right now in the lobby. So we could perhaps see that being whipped out here, especially on Lijiang Tower, on the gardens and night market sections, especially. The indoors, of course, one for that Junkrat Symmetra meta, but that's not really up to the any skill whatsoever. It's just who can chuck the nades faster.
For sure, for sure. And then if I'm not mistaken, Charbotron is a console player, right?
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So excited to see what they do. I haven't really seen a lot of console players play in the Gopherwatch League, so excited to see them hopefully pop up. I want to see the console players do just as well as the PC players. So
And we've seen some pretty strong console players in the past. Or right now we have Nuttier, who is the main tank for the undefeated St. Michael Hawks, have yet to drop a single map in the league so far. So obviously the console players can come in and hang with
Yeah.
the PC players.
For
And
sure,
of
for
course,
sure.
you know, on our team Jumbled, we have Bunny, not a console player, but a controller player. So
Yeah, yeah.
they can do all they can do their
They can
thing.
do all they
So
want. Yeah, exactly.
not sure. I think we're still waiting on Transflect to come in here. But I guess we can maybe ask for the spectators to be changed to the right colors.
Oh yeah, for their teams, their
Specs
respective
to
teams.
team color, please.
Of course, Transflect would be lit.
I need to make sure the game code is in. It is very cool, very epic.
Good to know. Good to know.
I guess we're kind of run out of things to say here, unless Fedora has some opinions. You know, Fedora's on the prod, so can go ahead and chime in if you have any opinions before we sit here and talk into ourselves into purgatory.
Wow, we're just waiting. Oh, there's Transflex. So after we switch these, which they just did, they switched the specs to the right teams. We should be good to go here if both teams are ready to go.
Well, I sure hope they are. They've had 25 minutes of preparation in the lobby here, so they've done their.
I mean, you never know, man. You never
They've aligned
know.
their chakras. They've got all their cheese, got all their anime references out.
Exactly.
They're ready to
exactly.
go. And we do have the Quokkas being R. So I do believe I'm also saying that right? It's the Quokkas is what they're.
Yeah, I believe it is pronounced
Or is the
Quokka.
Quokka? Quokka Flocka Flame?
I think it's the Quokkas.
Well, we're gonna go with that. We don't need any more taco shenanigans because I couldn't pronounce that to save my god dying life, and thankfully got limited early in the playoffs, or I would have been in trouble for the grand finals.
Oh my god.
And then yeah, once the spectator things are swapped.
Yeah, we're on right
Swap
specs, I believe.
Then R. Yeah, we're making trade do a lot here as lobby leader. He's molding out of control. Looking for that first win this season. Of course, had the bye week, so they are only 0-1. But I believe that we're against the St. Michael Hawks too. So absolutely, I don't know how good the Nekos are right now because on paper they look like a very strong team. But the Michael Hawks gave it to him. I think gave it to everybody in the league so far. So I'm expecting a fairly strong showing. If I do a prediction right now, I'd probably say 3-1 to the Nekos.
It's a fair prediction. I imagine that the Nekos they're hungry for a win after coming off that loss from the Hawks.
I mean, I think every team is after getting 3-0'd by the Hawks. They're just looking for a map win at that point. Just looking for anything to hang their hat on. And we are going to be starting out here on Lijiang Tower on the Gardens. So this is where we see that divey style come in handy. And I think we're probably going to see Trey versus Jack on the Echo or Farah matchup. But I got to favor Rusty Goomba on that Monkey here, probably if they decide to play that. And that could probably play on the Wrecking Ball. But of course, I had to wait and see. Nortlogic, a very strong Diva player in their own right. So could be a very exciting map here. Probably the closest one at Lijiang Tower, if I make a guess. And it's going to be Whalefish, actually, on the Echo. I forgot Trey. Very, very proficient on the Tracers. So a good selection from him there. And pretty standard comp all around from both sides.
Yeah, almost identical, but looks like both teams are going to be looking probably for a boop from the ball if either team goes bridge.
I mean, ball is really good on this point because he can control the white room area as well as the bridge in very quick succession. Don't have to jump in like a monkey and use your bubbles, so the ball very sufficient. And you can also stall the point out. As long as you got a big pillar in the middle, you can just jump around and stall for an extra 20% or so if you want. Both balls going into the white room. They're going to be meeting each other real fast here. Kept that looking to get some damage on Rusty Goomba. It's the ball on one in the white room, but right now we're looking at the Echo 1v1 in the sky, and Whalefish going to take down Ghosty. And very good start without that Mercy in the sky. Jack going to be... Oh, never mind. Jack responds to the kill right back onto Whalefish. Just went for one. Trummer Trunk off the map. So I guess that's one way to deal with an Echo Mercy in the sky. And Rusty Goomba's going to assert the ball diff early onto Kathak. And we look at the Quokkas going to take this first point pretty easily there. Cade with a well-placed Discord Orb on to Whalefish's Echo to get out of the sky very fast there for Jack to get the supremacy established.
Yeah, very easy first fight there, you know. We see few quick picks there, and now we're going to go right back into it with the ball fight here.
I mean, as a ball player myself, I know the fight never really stops because the balls get back in 2 seconds from spawn, but there you go, Jack taken down early, so a good start. Thinking the res off Ghosty looking for, but Nortlogic camping it like a boss, gets Discord over, and Rusty slipped in the backline, taking a nap on the bridge, but Nortlogic cleans up two, both supports down. And it appears that the Nekos have come back in here pretty fast. The Tracer is going to fall here for Maple. Sin putting on some damage. We do have Rusty trying to stall the point, goes in for a slam, but getting taken down early. And the DPS for the Nekos flipping it right back over by Northern, opening it right back up with 2 early kills there on support line. Great start now. Whalefish almost a duplicate. Jack only 70%.
Yeah, they didn't let up too much percentage there and came back really fast after losing that first fight. And Whalefish does get a pick on Kaden there really quickly.
Yeah, but they're gonna trade yet again. Whalefish goes down, and
with Jack, yeah.
This is a really, like, I don't want to say messy map for so far, but it kind of is. Both minefields are on the point now, but no fight really taken. Oh, Nort! I know, but Nort bombs right in front of the mines and dies with his baby form. And Maple's gonna take down Emerald, so the Ana out of the fight. The duplicate bomb in the backline takes that White Room control away. Here comes the transfer from Caden as well, so a lot of ults invested here for the Quokkas. Looks to have taken the point, but a late two from Whalefish on the Diva could sustain his point for quite a while. Caden goes down, Transplug using that bomb on point. There's a normal Diva bomb, does get the Whalefish out of mech, but still could make that mech real quick. The remix already in because of that insane Echo ult build. Another bomb thrown out here. I believe there's 3 bombs this fight, and there you go. We have the Nekos sustaining themselves on point with a nice duplicate from Whalefish later in the fight than Jack.
Yeah, absolutely insane to see 3 bombs in that fight there with the Whalefish, Echo, and both from Transflict and Nort Logic on that fight. And we'll head right back into the sec fight with the Echo putting aggression in onto the Diva.
Yeah, with Maple making us over to the cast as well, put more damage in onto that farm or that Echo Mercy in the sky. They divine the Echo Mercy down already, but Maple's gonna get taken down. Both Caden and Maple are gone, so it's a 1v3. But Sin right now with the nano boost in the backline, putting in some work on the opposition. I mean, there's some trades right now. The Pulse Bomb is throwing it on a transplant, lose the mech. So basically, Sin is for free on point right now, putting in so much damage, and another kill for Sin here on that Tracer. A cover pick for him, but Nort Logic loses the mech here as well, so not done just yet. It's last fight territory here, as Jack will get Whalefish. So here we go, we're back in here. Ghosty gets a nice res on Transflection. Jack can find another one. There you go, the casting the Echo for the Quokkas are going to play it back in their favor, and 36%. Now a moment too soon, 94 for the Nekos on the point.
Yeah, especially since the Nekos did not 90 or get 99 there, so it's not necessarily win this next fight and win the game. I mean, it could just barely give the team enough time to rush in and get another fight in before they lose the point.
Kath with the great escape there, gets out on the Mega. It'll get back to the team and not lose out on the life. He's right there for the next fight. Already establishing the White Room control. We have Rusty just chasing Sin right now in the back. Here comes Quebec with the minefield and the slam. It's a nicely placed one. Maple could be in trouble, but Jack falls. Can't go see get the res, but they're waiting for that. But a nice brute on the Caden from Kath there. Kath with 3. A nice opening there for the Wrecking Ball of the Nekos, but we do a transfer take down Charmatron with the minefield and the point for Rusty Goomba as well. It could be hard here for the Nekos to take this point back, but they do get Transflect early, but Maple's almost back here with the Cassie in the White Room. We do have Maple's there with the high noon. We do duplicate from Jack as well. Needs to use it onto the Diva. Looks to get Emerald out of the fight. Emerald has that Nambus. Can Emerald get off where they die? No, Jack's gonna lose the mech first. Actually, a nicely peel there from Nort Logic and Effect on that Diva dive, but they find Emerald finally. Here comes a bomb from Nort Logic, gets Rusty and against the mech as well, and the Ray mech kill from Nort Logic takes out the tank line, and with 99% and counting, it looks like we're gonna get one more flip here and potentially one more fight as Rusty has respawn, can probably get one more touch, but it's gonna be desperation here.
Second touch here for the Quokkas, and he does get that touch. He's gonna try to hold it for as long as he can, but I mean he's pushed off pretty fast.
The bomb just barely misses.
Wow.
And they can't get the touch. The bomb was like 1 millimeter away from getting Whalefish, but plays around the pillar very smartly there and doesn't die. And I guess you could say C9 lol a little bit there because I didn't get the touch, but the bomb was
done, but the bomb was just a lot of pressure there.
And now do we see the Sim Ryan shenanigans? I wouldn't be surprised if we do Bliss or Sin going over. I mean, this is like Trey's 5th account I've casted him on, so I'm kind of angry right now because I go through like some dictionary in my head when I think Trey. I gotta think of what account he's on right now. And yes, we are gonna see that Ryan Brawl mirror here, but I gotta say I probably think the Doomfist probably get a little more value, especially in this first fight here through the TP. And
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Kate does have the BAP, so the Immortality Field could come in handy as Emerald's on the Ana.
That is true. Yeah,
A lot of
and
factors.
a lot of factors here, but yeah, they're both gonna go for the same entryway here. Yeah, we see the TPs from both sides.
Oh, Rusty gets the counterpin on the Sin, and Sin is taken down immediately. A nice, intelligent counterpin there, but the anti from Emerald is good enough to take down Rusty. So it's not over just as of yet, but Maple is tracking down the Ana. Can he get the kill? Yes, he will. Transfer lose the mech and his life, but so is Nort Logic, and it looks like the Quokkas are going to take his point early here. With that Doomfist going down very early, kind of rough here, but the TP's still up, so there they go. Cat is going to get 1 and 2, and Sin's going to get the punch off the map. I spoke a little too soon as Doofus has already returned to the spray. Maple gets the kill, but there's still Lucio and Reinhardt on point right now. Okay, charges with like 20 HP right into a Cassidy. Not, I guess, a tactical reset there for the main tank from the Nekos as the Quokkas are going to take first control.
Yeah, that was a really close fight towards the end there, but unfortunately the Rhine charging in with 20% health couldn't really do much at the end there, but
Teleportation portal open.
And then Maple cleaned up that fight at the end too is very nice from him, getting 3 kills to leave it.
Yeah.
The biggest one was the one on the Ana, especially get that pressure away from the anti-nades. A nice block there on the anti-nade, can't get the kill, but Nortlogic goes in a little bit there, but a nice wall comes out here from Jack, but Rusty falling very weak, but gets charged in the Immortality Field. So much health being saved right there from Rusty Goomba. A nice Immortality Field from Caden. Here comes a hydro in the backline from Maple.
Huge window.
Does get 1 through the window, but the shadow from Cass gonna find 2, actually gonna find 4. Quokkas Sin charges in. Kane's gonna find Wilfred, but the remake is there from Neurologic, and the tank presence is right there for the Nekos, and not much to do except for the supports here for the Quokkas. Maple trying to get a kill on the Sin here, but the Mei is simply too strong with all the abilities. The Sim turrets are putting in a little bit of damage, but it could be a quick flip here, and we're probably gonna see a swap here. Or never mind, I know what I'm saying. That's a good comp. Stick with it. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm surprised during that fight, the Nekos really paid no attention to the turrets that were just melting their DPS down a little bit. But eventually they did get rid of them to secure that fight.
Oh, the solo shadow on the Sin. A nice play from Rusty Goomba takes that out of the fight, but charge and the flash on the Cath. Oh, but Rusty falls, and the Nano's on the Cathect right now. Whalefish is charged up and beaming him down in the front lines as is Symmetra. So much pressure, and there we go, Whalefish with a third of this fight. The bombs from both sides invested at the same exact time. But they can't get Nortlogic before they get in, and Sin's gonna find Maple the last second. The Shatter finds nothing, and Cat pays for it with his life. This is very turn for both sides. I mean, Sin's in your backline right now. Sin is not your teammate, but he's behind the tanks playing like he is, and the nice Blizzard locks down both tanks right there. Rusty falls.
For a cap here, but he doesn't get much.
Yeah, they're not gonna get this. Is very I don't want to say inspirational play there from Lucio, but. They do have the whole team back though already, but a nice anti-nade from Emerald's gonna stop this push in its tracks where the team can settle down. Waiting for that Lucio to return, center that TP is gonna be Jack. It looks like they're going for a bit of a coast play here. Maybe a TP charge here from Rusty as close to that shatter. Catherine besting in last fight, of course, not gonna have it here. Oh, the charge and misses! And he's gonna get Sin, a nice one. Oh, shatter from Rusty Goomba! Knocks down 2, and Maple TP's behind him, I believe, with his high noon, yeah. So a nice play there from the Quokkas. And then they're gonna flip this point right back over, but that all starts with Trey with playing the Among Us imposter with the wall there. Locking Cath, not getting the charge, and gets charged right back.
Yeah, I was very impressed by that wall there from Bliss or Sin or whatever. Whatever to call their names, whatever their 6 names are on Overwatch.
Bliss, Sin, Arctic, Trey,
yeah, exactly.
Page's Kitten.
Oh, I forgot about Page's Kitten.
Whatever account they currently feel like playing right now. It's Maple versus Sin in the 1v1 right now on the food stand. I don't know what else to call it, but they're gonna walk away. Sin's literally 1 HP, but Maple was as well, so it's a very close fight. But here comes a Nano, but Sin's already gonna go down. The bomb messes from Nortlogic, but they're not gonna get anything, not even the mech from Transflect. And the beat is well placed by Ghosty, keeping the team alive, and Rush is gonna walk straight forward with all that extra armor and health and take him down at 91% and counting. You're basically counting on Cathect to hit a big shatter. Here comes the bomb from Transflect. It stopped the TP play, so not a bad bomb there, but they're gonna get one more touch here with Nortlogic. Maybe no, they boop him, Transflect!
The boop stops Nortlogic!
A huge play from Transflect there. Oh no! Sin is asserting dad diff right now.
Taj. Interesting. That was an interesting bomb from Nortlogic out of the end. I don't know if they got melted and they were just trying to make sure they could use ult, but I mean, throwing that bomb straight up in the air doesn't always give you much value.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to take a little bit of space because it's all them playing aggressive in that, middle area. But like you said, that's didn't get very much value for him. And then Transflex able to respond with a bomb to keep him off the TP, and then the boop at the end there on Nortlogic, a huge play from Transflex.
Very good zoning bomb at the end there to stop the TP from getting on the point. But yeah, throwing the bomb straight up in the air really doesn't help much. I mean, it's easier just to, if you just get melted, it's easier to just press Q to try to get yourself a little space and get the remake.
And yeah, here we go. The fight between the Baptiste and the Ana on this point specifically could be huge, but Maple's gonna go down early, so a huge opening pick from Whalefish. And now Sin is going on some flank here, but they're going to lose Charmatron and Whalefish, and Immortality Field comes in. There you go. The Baptiste value already has started way more than Yana. What a stupid character. I hate him so much, but there you go. The Quokkas going to win simply on the back of a character differential. They're usually going to sleep, but not much going to come of it there. The opening pick on the Maple was huge by Whalefish, but the Immortality Field was able to sustain through all that spam damage, and they take control of White Room and win the fight, so...
The amount of times I've sighed from throwing a Diva Bomb just for it to be stopped by an MO field. It is just... I live in Spain without the S.
Or a grab, or a shatter, any ult,
exactly.
anything good in this world. Oh! The charge shatter, the shatter finds 2, and the charge from Rusty Goop is going to find Kath out of the fight there, so
And they put
a
two
nice...
big picks around the DPS.
Like I think I can already probably hear Rusty Gooba downstairs on the base in the first floor of my house right now. Guys, they're playing Ana. We have Baptiste. Just run at them. What are they gonna do? We can emo and they can't. Oh, a nice early window as well. Gonna split up the team here. They're gonna get Charmatron early, so that's another stagger and another 10 seconds here in the fight. But Sin's in the backline right now with a tire. They find Ghost Leap, but the Anti Field keeps the rest of the team alive. They probably got it back here with no Lucio though. I mean, they're split to high heaven right now. Here comes a tire. Okay, this is. Jack loses the tire and his life.
My Diva though, yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now. Transfer loses the mech as well. Sin is just doing so much work right now on this high ground pusher, and Kath charges Rusty. I mean, they do get the charge down on the Junkrat here, so they're very even fighting a lot down to the point from both Symmetras. Maple and Whalefish going at it, but Maple finds 2. So with Emerald down out of the fight, no flex support, no main heals, but Whalefish fully charged with a level 3 beam. Charging down the opposition, but Rusty goes back with a flame strike kill, so not done just yet. Here comes the bomb from Northlight. Did he press his shift key? It doesn't look like it, as the bomb just goes straight up and finds nothing. But they aren't going to find any kills, and the Symbol is invested here, but they find Kath. The point's going to flip. They're going to come right back in here, though, because they're going to main tank on the Nekos. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you talk, Colorcaster, but they have no stopping the action. The play-by-play and keep it going. Northlight in the back lane, find Rusty with a nice wall out from Whalefish. Supposed to play it right in half, and then air boost onto Sin. Finds 3. There you go. Builds 56% of that duplicate up already. Oh, a 4th one for Sin there. The Echo swap. Very big off the Junkrat.
Wow. I mean, blinking you miss it. That absolutely insane play from Sin there. With the huge picks, it's just forced the team all the way back to spawn. And now they're able just to hold them pretty much really aggressively to the doors. But they do push with window here.
They push with window and a flame strike, but get nothing for it. And now they're going to go in. See if they can find anything. Go into a coastline rotation, it looks like. The whole team going out there. Avoid the boost from Charmatron if you can. The bomb is invested from Transplant. Gets 1. Finds Whalefish, so there you go. Oh, they get the... Oh, that's very unlucky for Rusty there. Charge, but only gets the duplicated Reinhardt. Not gonna find anything, but they knock him out of the duplicate before he can get that shatter off. So here you go. Kath going down as well. So now we have just Sin over on the coast there. But there you go. Immortality Field diff asserted yet again, as Caden throws it down right in time to save his own life. And at 80% and counting, it's looking kind of scary here if you're a Nekos fan.
I mean, I like that rotation to the right side there. I mean, making sure you have that high ground, and I mean, the Nekos really don't have anyone to contest it except for Diva, and I mean, they can just melt her out of mech.
Yeah, Transplant has no mech right now, so Sin may go very aggressive, but there's a shatter from Rusty Goomba, and the tire to top it off. So yeah, Sin's gonna be touching the point, Nortlogic does the bomb, and there's a wall in place. Oh, but Sin finds 2 in the back, so it's not done just as of yet, especially with the window, or from the wall out. From Whalefish from spawn, just Nortlogic trying to touch and keep anything alive. That gets a nano boost in the charge and on the point, finds nothing, but also has shatter here, can build with 1 swing, 1 hit, but there's nobody to swing on. He charges past the entire enemy team, and the nano is wasted, and goes down. And here comes Emerald, the desperation touch on the Ana, but not much they can really do there as Whalefish returns to the point, but not able to touch. And there you go, the Quokkas come in and win. And I mean, I guess when I said there's gonna be a 3-1 here for the Nekos, I didn't expect them to never play Baptiste into a Baptiste. So it's looking a bit rough for them because you can see how aggressive Rusty Goomba and Jack are getting with that Immortality Field to back them up. You know, Kath and all the other DPS on the Nekos are just struggling to stay alive in these long brawled out fights.
The Bat's definitely, it's always, in my mind, it's always been the more value pick over the Ana. I mean, especially with just purely his abilities. I mean, he has the area, he has like the area heal, and then the MO. I mean, it's just a much more value sport, especially for a Koth map like that.
Especially if you're playing into a diva comp like the Quokkas.
Yeah,
are,
exactly.
You know, they can eat the nade, can eat the sleep. If they're playing a Zarya, perhaps, you know, you could see it working because you anti and force out a bubble or 2, perhaps, or hit a sleep. But
yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna force out both bubbles if you anti even like both tanks.
It's just kind of waiting to see if you can hit that ability through the Diva Matrix, and at that point, you're kind of saving it and not using it to your full potential when you got Caden just pelting in more damage than a soldier and more healing than you ever will possibly imagine on the Baptiste. It's just Blizzard, great job developing this character. I really love him. He's very well balanced and not broken at
Oh
all.
yeah, so super balanced. Not
But
no
I
broken
mean, they
abilities
did
there.
nerf his exo boots though, so
Oh, thank God.
he
Thank
might
God
be
he
a
can't jump as
0% pick
high.
rate. Might be a
Yeah.
0% pick rate coming up here.
I mean, thank God he can't jump as high, right?
Now,
That
I
was
mean,
the-
what that was the huge problem.
Yeah, that was the main issue.
So if you're the Nekos here, do you perhaps go like a Nambani, trying to avoid a brawl on brawl against the Quokkas that seemed very comfortable on that composition? So you perhaps go a
I mean, yeah,
Nambani
maybe
or
try to
Dragon
force
Ball.
something that's like more dive. Blizzard World.
Blizzard World could work. And you gotta
I
think
mean,
about what can Whalefish do in Sick Buck on this DPS line for the USSR Unicorns last year actually. So they're bringing those
Yeah.
two back together, but it's just can Whalefish get on that Hanzo and start getting those picks, start getting them dinks in.
I'd be worried for them. I mean, I don't know if they're able to control the high ground, kind of like they did with the little bit they had on that last point in Lijiang. I mean, I'd be a little scared because Transflict was going a little crazy on the Diva.
Going a little sicko mode.
Yeah, a little Travis Scott sicko mode. But I mean, yeah, if you're able to contest that high ground for the first point on Blizzard World, I mean, that's huge. I mean, because like usually you have a tank and maybe a DPS sitting up there. As long as you can get those two picks right away, that's almost going to be the first point for you.
Yeah, it is going to be Blizzard World, which I don't mind that selection at all. You can play the brawl competition here, but the ball and the Risa and everything can work as well. So, but we do actually. This is our first time seeing Sonic Ironicans or Sonic Ronican, the new free agent pickup here for the Nekos, playing that off tank role. We do have Sin subbing themselves out right now, and Nortlogic going over onto the main support role. It looks like. So this is a very interesting comp coming out from the Nekos right now. I'm interested to see how it's going to work out. Mostly known for that off tank play, but could be an absolute god tier red shell Lucio. Who knows?
Just speeding your Ryan and go.
And then we also have an Ninja Juice subbing in. So I'm expecting a Zen composition. Rusty going to be on the ball if I'm mistaken. I will eat a sock. I don't know. Hey, there's the ball. I'd eaten a sock today. Because, yeah, I mean, if Ninja Drew's in, probably going to play as Zenyatta, a very proficient Zenyatta player, and I know very vocal in the comms of the Discord, so Rusty likes pairing up with them on that, especially. So, yeah, I'm kind of a genius when it comes to knowing what comps are going to run. I even bet at eating a sock on it. I was actually kind of scared for a second there that Rusty could just lock Reinhardt.
So, I mean, yeah, I expect right away for Sonic to immediately dive the Sigma and whoever else decides to sit up on the high ground with him. And as long as you can just knock him off, I mean, that forces a fight on the low ground. And if they need to try to rotate to back up to the high ground, or you just allow the rest of your team, once the Diva dives, to rotate through right side up to the high ground and just force a fight up there if need be.
Yeah, your biggest thing is getting Wilf to shut up on that high ground up there, because he has basically full control point as well, and the choke for the defense. So if he can get up there and start lobbing in those arrows, there you go! Wow. Say his name 3 times and he arrives. Whalefish with the headshot on a Jack on the Sombra. So that Sombra out of the fight, there's really no utility here for the Quokkas. I think they're going to go right in.
They already have to force back. Wow. Amazing.
Really opening pick, and Rusty gets slapped and taken down. A nice leap from Emro. 52% and a nice slam on the high ground from Quebec as well. So this is a well-coordinated attack here right now. But Jack returns, but not for an injury taken down. And at least the Quokkas are going to be sent packing here, unless Jack and Mabel can do something magical on this DPS line. Jack will DMX Sonic Ronic, but Kath is still in control of the high ground, slamming in, just pelting in the damage. Rusty does return with the swing through, but they get the hack. Doesn't look like they're going to get the hack off. No, they're not. Transflight goes a little too aggressive. There's no shield. Gets caught in the rock animation. Sickbuckle's going to find 2. Going to clean that up. The Casty Janitors here. Hits the body shots and sends them straight back to spawn. And there you have it. They're going to take that point. And for Blizzard World A, a quick cap like that is a very good sign, because it's one of the harder points to cap, especially with that high ground setup for the defense.
I definitely agree. But I mean, immediately with that pick from Whalefish, I mean, he sent them all the way back to defend on point. And like I said, like once you have them off the high ground, the point's pretty much won.
But you look at though, the impressive buildup of Jack here. Jack just taking out like the first 5 seconds of the fight, and he's already got EMP though, so he can come right in for this choke fight. They have no real ultimate combo with it, but the EMP could just be enough by itself. But look at the ult building up here for the Quokkas, or for the Nekos. They're going to have both DPS, the Nano, and the Mines coming in here. Jack maybe looking for that pick, but Whalefish finds 2, both supports taken down! I mean, Whalefish, good on the Echo, good on the Symmetra, but get him on this Hanzo and watch the carry happen. This guy is an absolute phenom on the Hanzo character. It's a treat to watch almost whenever I see him lock it.
Yeah, I mean, and now we're gonna try to look for some ult pairings. I mean, you could see maybe a flux with an EMP just to make sure that you secure it, and try and get a few picks off that. And I mean, you could see maybe some mines and a dead eye. I don't know. Could see the EMP here maybe.
Did Sickbuckle just flash Jack on the EMP?
I think he did.
I think the thing is though, Sickbuckle was trying to flash Rusty coming in, but Jack was right there with them, so it got him rising come out of the animation. But looks like they have won this fight regardless of that. But losing that EMP is a rough sign. They're forced to invest is a Brig Bash. Thank you, producer. But yeah, Brig Bash from Nortlogic. You know, we said the Diva character, but he's got the peel on the mind. Looks for that Brig Bash on that Sombra, takes him out of the EMP animation. A great play from that, but they still have to fight. But hey, look at all the ults you got. You got 6 ults. You got 6 ults. You can't lose this fight.
You have every possible combo you could need.
Rusty comes in with the mine, but Nortlogic responds to the rally, so they're going to walk right in here so they can't get anything done. Whalefish is hacked, but Kath uses the minefields, and the rally is in response to Kaden. So both guys on the field. Whalefish is hacked, but doesn't care. Can still shoot the bow and arrow. Takes Jack out of the fight. And here comes the Dragon to try to split him off here, as well as Sickbuckle with that high noon. Gonna get anything? No, doesn't look like it. But the sleep just hit Rusty, forced to retreat. The Dragon really finds nothing here, so you've used 4 ults, and you have got 0 picks for him, and now Transmog responds with his own flush, but finds nothing. They're playing inside, they can't get any kills. But 2 kills coming in right now here for the Nekos, as Ninja Drew is currently 1v1 the ball, and that's not an enviable position for the Zenyatta. The 7,000 HP Wrecking Ball just mailing you to death. Very terrifying. They might get one more touch, and the EMP is huge. Finds 4 on the cart. But Cat does not get hacked, so Cat can stabilize on the point. Now Sonic Ronic just gets out of the EMP in time for the bomb and finds Rusty and Jack taking down. Ninja Drew will get the baby. But yeah, I mean, I said the baby, so I gotta go with it. Let's go. But here comes the slammer from Kath onto the Zenyatta. And they're gonna cap with 3.5 minutes left in the bank, so a very good time maker. And Rusty can't do more. Locks the hog.
Yeah, I love the play we saw at the beginning of that fight from Catholic, where she slammed and put mines on the high ground, immediately controlling that space and taking that enemy team off the high ground. And towards the end of the fight, I did see a good bomb from Sonic Chronic to try and make sure that everyone got off the cart so they could get the last 0.4 meters they needed for the cart.
And then you just look at the ults building up here yet again. You also have that six-pack to open up with the boys coming up here yet again for the Nekos. Because, I mean, they used everything, so why not? Transflect has almost another flux here, though. Transflect goes in extremely quickly. The minefield in the back from Ketek, but here comes a huge flux from Transflect. Lifts him, but I believe he got flashed out of it. Or Brig Bashed again. I think Nortlogic was over there and Brig Bashed him yet again. The rally is invested here from Nortlogic, trying to keep the tank alive. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. And Rusty is in your backline on that Roadhog. Can't do more, but Nortlogic is a rallying Brig. You cannot kill the raid boss. Looks like Nortlogic can get out with their life, but Sonic Ronic taken down. And the Quokkas are going to stabilize here on the defense as Rusty Goomba goes in the backline for a little bit of trolling. This fight is now still going here, and I mean, Nortlogic trying to 1v1 the Sombra on the side route, but here comes the Dragon out from Whalefish and finds one. Transmit and Rusty both taking down the tanks out of the fight. Maple that cannot get the flash to hit on the Hanzo. Whalefish is going to get nan out here, so here comes the absolute lumberjack meta here, chucking those logs down a choke. Will find nothing as Sick Buckle going to get that final blow, but there we go, Sick Buckle popping up in the kill feed, find all the final blows this fight. And Cat trying to take a little bit of space here, trying to get anything stuck, but Jack has the EMP for a last second touch here. Will Dug, it's a 5-man EMP. Here comes a high noon from Maple. Will clean the roll, but 2 kills here for the Nekos. It's not over just yet. The Quokkas use their win all, fight all, and only get 1 pick for it. But it is the Brig, so they can't really push too much without that main source of healing for their team. They do have the Ana, but I mean, Cat's in the back right now. Look at that rollout. Gets a slam down on the Brig. And but the hook up from Rusty Goomba, they're going to take down Ketek. Here comes the Dragon. It's going to find Kaden. Such a chaotic fight. Jack goes down as well, but Whalefish gets taken down with a rock to the face. As Rusty uses that whole hog as well. And the Transflect here comes with another Gravitic Flux. I mean, Transflect has 7.5k damage this half. Putting in so much work right now on this Sigma and getting so many Gravitic Fluxes.
absolutely insane from Whalefish to get 2 dragons within that fight. But I like that first one he sent out, you know, to kind of make some space for his team to push forward and make your kill box a little smaller so you don't have to deal with the long sight lines and just getting absolutely hammered in that box.
Yeah, but look at the ults you use there. You use Whole Hog, EMP, and Flux, so you only have the trance here for your final fight, potentially to hold them on the point C of Blizzard World. And you look at what they have here. They're going to have the bomb and the high noon to work with. Emerald going to have the nano here soon as well. Calf trying to show up, do his best transflect impression and build the Gravity Flux very quickly here for a last second touch. Here comes the bomb and the high noon. And it's going to get nothing as the Transcendence is there from Ninja Drew, but they're going to trade 1-for-1 with Whalefish and Rusty. Taken out of the res there is Norlogic, but we do have Transflect in a bit of a pickle here. 1 HP, please shoot the Sigma. Gets taken down. Jack and Transflect, though, will take 2 out before they get out here. Norlogic is almost back on the point here as the Roadhog, so you can't really fight this right now. And you used, 2 ults there and got really nothing for it. No card progress at all. And now it's of EMP and Rally for a last fight for the Quokkas, so looking pretty good on the defense here. The hook misses.
Yeah, I mean, you used the 2 ults there. I mean, you forced the trans, but then you just kind of let the rest of the team build ult charts, so you didn't really gain much value out of it with no card progress. I mean, you kind of hoped to just finish the fight, finish the round there.
Oh, Ninja Drew finds Whalefish, a great early pick considering Whalefish just built the dragon. They're gonna nano Cath to get him on the point. Can anybody touch? No, they can't. They boot Cath away. A huge whiplash there from Caden.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as you were saying, huge whip shot there from Caden to force them off. Not even for like the C9, but I mean, it's like using an ult like a Hog 9 or a Sig 9. I guess you call that a Brig 9.
You could call it that. Or, yeah, I couldn't think of anything else. Yeah, I think you got it right there, the Brig 9.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Brig, though, you got Norlogic canceling 2 ults with a mash. The EMP and the Flux at half is a pretty good sign there. Norlogic, looking pretty good on this Brigida guy. This Brigida character. But now, you have a winning condition here. If you're the Quokkas, you just got to get to basically the end of C, and you've won. And Russ is going to start off on the Hog here. Doing a little bit of trolling, I suppose, in the back line. But they didn't really, look at him, so not a bad pick.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the distraction off Hog. I always like, I mean, every 2 seconds you have to call out like Hog no hook, Hog no hook, Hog no hook. I mean, it's just a constant distraction that the team has to think about so they don't get immediately picked off to lose the fight.
And also, if you if you look at the DPS line of the Nekos, you have the Hanzo and the Cassidy, which there isn't too much burst damage for the Hog to be taken down. The Hanzo has the Storm Arrows, but the Cassidy has to flash him first, or he just heals up and runs away. So there's no real kill confirm on the Hog, so Rusty can kind of run around and be a goon, I suppose, on this Roadhog.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you just keep healing, you just keep annoying the backline.
Your mirror presence is good enough as Roadhog sometimes. Which is what annoys me, because he's a better main tank than all the main tanks in the game.
Yeah, his whole body is pretty much just a shield.
Oh, the hack on the Cathect! Oh, but they can't get the hook on him, so Cass gonna just stay alive there. And Sonic Ronic finds Rusty Gooba on the side. The nice rock in the back on the K, but another hack here on the Cathect. Cathect now having a good timer now. Jack building up the EMP very quickly, 41% and counting. Kind of a poke fight going on right now. Both teams never wanting to be that first person that goes down. The hook misses from Rusty yet again. If you're playing the Roadhog, you gotta find some value with that hook ability. Not gonna just have a Kath is there, just taking that space, holding it for his team. The hook misses on both sides right now. Is anybody gonna get a hook this game? Kath is hooked, or cacked yet again, but he gets hooked into the box and stays behind enemy lines. An impressive play, and here comes an early nano from Emerald on the Cathect. Transfect will get the kill though on the Sigma, so the Cassidy out of the fight when Ronald's going to respond. Both Sigmas are taken out of the fight right now, so no real tank for us aside from the Roadhog. Caden has an early window to respond to that nano. There comes the Hog hook onto Sonic Ronic, and the early MP gets the last remaining 3 members on the point. Rusty has that whole Hog to take Whalefish and Mabel clean up the kills. And there you go. Oh, the Pulse Bomb invested. I don't know if that was really necessary, considering it's only the Brig and the points. But Mabel's gonna, flash a little bit in the kill feed there and show off to the fans at home.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely like kind of a waste of Pulse Bomb there, but I mean, you do build it so fast as Tracer if you're constantly just annoying the backlines and just building ult charge. So it's not too much of a waste, but it definitely wasn't necessary to use Pulse Bomb there.
Or just shooting the fat guy. Yeah, exactly. Pretty fast off him too.
Yeah, exactly. You go up to the Hog, just annoy him for a little bit since he's probably not gonna hook you, so you can just build a lot of ult charge off the big boy.
Oh, a huge anti-nade. Both tanks, Anti and Rusty, taking out of the fight with that nice dragon combo there. The Rally and the Dragon invested there for basically a fight win as Rusty's taking on the fight. Are they gonna get the cleanup kill here though? On a Transflect, they will. And Maple is trying to do some little bit of work and maybe get a pick on the support, but Norlogic is there to bash him away, send him to back to the depths of hell from which he came. The Tracer, very annoying to all support players. But look at the ults building up here for both sides. It's gonna be pretty even on both. It's kind of just if Whalefish can get a pick perhaps, or even Jack in a hack off.
Always. Did he get anyone in there?
He got the Ana, so the Ana is taken down as Jack finds that pickup. So yeah, you basically break through the choke with that nice gravitic flux you invested, and yeah, they're gonna clean it up yet again. So really, only have to only have to flex the flux. There is a pretty good trade.
I always hate fighting when the cart's stuck right on the gate there. There's just not a lot of off angles you can use. You're kind of just forced to play out in the open, and the team's just kind of easily be able to pick you off. I mean, the only place you can really go is stairs and then maybe get pushed back onto the high ground, but even then, it's just really out in the open.
Especially pushing into a Hanzo and a Roadhog. There's
exactly.
not nowhere you can really go. But Whalefish jumping over on the Tracer saying, enough was enough, Maple. I'm going to end your reign of terror. But the Shatter comes down onto both tanks. But a nice Transcendence is invested here from Ninja Drew. Keeps the tanks alive. And now they can come right back in. Sick Buckle gets the kill on Ninja Drew, however, though. So the Zenyatta out of the fight. This course are no longer in play, but the Immortality Field is placed just in time to keep Transfer alive. But not doing enough as Anthony gets thrown in, and the Immortality Field is broken. Kath gonna push forward with that Reinhardt shield. And yeah, the picks go through for Sick Buckle there on the Cassie. The Peacemaker established.
I mean, yeah, again, like once you lose, I mean, they had dominance on the high ground there, and I mean, again, like this whole point is just hard to fight in because there's again no off angles. You're just out in the open. It's easier for the attacking team to just try and pick you off, especially when you have people who you can just rush in with. Like you have the Ryan who can just kind of just go in and unga bunga.
Nothing ready to stop him on the enemy side. There you go. Russ is over to the Ryan to try to keep Kath in check. But I do want to point out though, Norlogic is a gosh darn bloodhound because the second that the Sombra decloaked on cart there for a bit of a C9 lull, it was instantly there to bash him. And I mean, yeah, Kath's gonna charge him with the nano or with the charge against Rusty, and Shatters nothing. But dominance asserted, 50 shield damage is inflicted, and they're sent packing. And with 2 minutes remaining on the bank, you're making a lot of swaps here if you are the Quokkas. So a lot of ults building up here for the defense as well, so this could be very horrible, especially Blizzworld at the end here of B is a very hard thing to push if you can't get high ground control.
This is, especially with where the cart is right now, you kind of need to make sure you have control of the high ground and then maybe send someone down to just push the cart, but you just need to keep controlling the high ground and keep trying to maintain your dominance with the space.
Oh no, you hate to see it. Transflight giving the assist to 2 high noon kills, but however, but they still get the kills back. Oh, the Shatter from Rusty Goomba onto the Nano Roadhog. They're gonna take him down. They do get Jack, but they might have one more fight here actually, as the cart got pushed back just enough. So if the Kath gets there on ball, they might have another fight here with only 3 on the cart here for the Quokkas.
So the Ryan just needed to go in and unga bunga.
Then Kath's are on a point to touch. Now it's just a 3v4 on cart. A nice anti down to Transflect. And the flashbang onto Lucio. Takes that Lucio out of the fight. That annoyance is taken down. That buzzing frog. And there you go. Jack just returned, but a little bit too late. Finds 2. But yeah, they're gonna get this. They're gonna get the sleep off. He's gonna take on a fight. Now Kane's gonna get staggered here. That's not good here. With 1 minute remaining, you have no ults to use if you're the Quokkas. This is looking very desperate right now.
Closest you could build right now is maybe hope Maple can build Deadeye or Rusty can go in and hit a few fire strikes and build your Shatter, or Jack just goes and annoys the Hog to build Death Blossom. But I mean, it's not looking good for the Quokkas.
Yeah, you're pushing into a whole Hog and a Rally, and you know Pulse Bomb will be built up here as well. Catch is swinging through it, absolutely zero regard for human life. Big slam, almost has minefields here, and the hook on a Rusty Goomba. Rusty's antenated and taken very weak, and Maple is sent packing.
Oh my God.
Here comes the celebratory rally, and Transflight's gonna get staggered here on the D.Va as well. No, okay, never mind. Sick Buckle showing mercy right now to the enemy D.Va player. They're gonna get one more fight here. Maple swapping the Tracer. They will have some ultimate to work with, but it's gonna go going into the Nano on the high noon.
It's going to be tough to try and get him off this high ground, though, to get there in time. I mean, we've seen Ninja Drew. He's going to come in and just force the fight onto cart, but, I mean, if he hits a hook on anyone, like if we see Sonic hit a hook on anyone, the fight's pretty much over. Yup.
Oh, Sonic Ronic was tracking
go.
that Lucio basically through the walls. Check him PC using game deficit. Rusty gets the pin. We'll have Shatter here as well. Throws it down right in the Roadhog. Sonic Ronic taking out of the fight. Just barely gets up back in time, but here comes the Hydra for the Sick Buckle. Enough the Trans are coming back and forth, but the defense is favored here right now. So Roadhog's down the point, putting in that pressure. We do have Sick Buckle on the point now, playing inside the minefield. Will get the kill and Jack with a headshot, but Ninja Drew was finding Sick Buckle so the creep out of the fight. However, we have Sonic Ronic and Kath. There's a huge hook, but never mind. Maple's there to help him. This is Steph Curry Maple absolutely putting the work on Kansas, swinging around on countering anything. But Nordic is there. The break has returned. 20% to a rat. The pulse spawn is not gonna find anything but pay dirt. But Maple's gonna find the kill anyway with the headshots. Right on North Large till they're breaking out of the fight. But here we go with 4v5 on the cart. As Rusty has returned on that main tank, and here comes Transfight with the ball. Jack has it. Reaper could use it, but Ninja has a beat as well. Could be here. There we go. Drops it down. Let's break it down, ladies and gentlemen. We did the beat right now. Jack's gonna have the Reaper as well to clean a potential staggers here. They do get kept out the point, and there you have it. It looks like Quokkas have somehow clutched this out as Rusty's gonna get stuck, but stays alive
Absolutely
just in time.
Insane.
Jack is able to wreath out of the fight there and knock it Anthony, but here comes the ground to get on the side of right North to fight, but nothing's gonna happen. Emerald is doing desperation, but the Grandma can only do so much, but go back to spawn. What a clutch play from the Quokkas there.
And it's great coming out of that fight because you didn't have to use your Death Blossom to win it, so you have both DPS salts building into your Coalescence, and I mean, knowing Rusty, he'll probably build into that Chatter quick again.
And yeah, I mean, that all started with the absolute suicide charge in the backline behind the Brigade again. Nort, like, if Nort was there, it's a very winnable fight for Nekos. But yeah, Rusty coming up clutch there with that shatter on the Hog as well, and the charge. So big play from the main tank player of the Quokkas, but it's 60 seconds remaining, so not done just yet, but they do invest the Coalescence here to push him back. Jack has that Rip Roll, but just gets eaten right up. However, you cannot D-Matrix the Coalescence. Gets taken out of the fight as Nort Logic, so the break going down, 3 kills. I mean, Kath is still on the point right now, so they're not going to get too much progress. There's one more fight remaining here for probably both sides. Maybe we'll have the Pulse Bomb and Transfight with the Mines, but a lot of ultimate for both sides here. It's going to be a very close fight, 30 seconds remaining.
It's the only problem with playing Diva or playing Reaper into Diva is you know that like you have to know that DM has been used in order to go in and all, otherwise it will all get eaten and you will get no value from it.
Kath line up the perfect trajectory for the minefield. Will get, it basically covers the entire point right now where they got to go. So a good minefield right there. A sick box gonna find Maple. Maple goes down before he gets the pulse bomb. The shatter is invested, but only finds Kath on the ground. But Transfight's gonna get one with Whalefish flicker right in the minefield. Rose gonna find another one here, so not done just yet. The Anthony comes in, but Jess can find another one. Jack is still there. Sonoronic cannot DM. Sonoronic does have the bomb, so it could look to investigate for a lack of contest, but 2.52 minutes are there. But here comes the bomb on the high noon from Sick Buckle. Will find Ninja to the bomb, finds nothing, but gets the remake. No, they cannot. Jess can find Sonoronic, and Rusty is 1 HP. Will get taken out of the fight, so it's a very even fight right now. Boss bomb whisk from Maple. Both sides not find Anthony with the boss bomb. Here comes the slam from Transmit, the slam from Connect. He's gonna find Wilfish, so Tracer Def asserted. Jack is still there without on the Reaper. Pulling out the work, has the Reaper off. There's no DM this time to stop him. Kath is trying his best to stay alive with the cart, but they can't get it, and the clutch from the
my
Quokkas
God.
are gonna get it. And we're tying the series.
Wow. Absolutely insane. I mean, to build Reaper ult right at the end there, I mean, just to make sure that no one stays on the cart, and knowing that Diva's not there kind of just secured that victory. Wow, that was insane to watch. What's
That
the
was
play of
just-
the game here?
That was just clutch.
Yeah, I mean,
from
yeah,
Quokkas.
and that's all you can say. It was clutch. I mean, there was a lot of points where the Nekos could have closed out the fight and kind of ended the game, but they just couldn't come through. And ult just kind of got in their face. 40 enemies hacked. Wow. Insane from Jack.
Someone has
And
to
I think
put their
about
weight
39 of those
around
will probably
here.
connect.
Oh,
On
yeah,
point A as Sigma. That was
100%.
rough to watch.
Yeah.
I feel for Kath there on the Sigma.
That
Not
was
what you
a
can
little
really
tough.
do against a Sombra unless you get your shield off cooldown. That was rough to watch. Thoughts and prayers up for Kath there. That was
Pretty real.
But now we have to decide where we're gonna go here. If you are the Quokkas, I mean, I'm probably gonna guess Havana or Rialto to play into your snipers with Maple. I can play a
I mean, yeah, you're definitely going to look for a map with long sightlines. I definitely think you should go Rialto here. I think you have the better sightlines on Rialto. Easier picks to get on both sides of the attack and defense. You also have high grounds you can contest. I mean, if you play any dive comp, you can easily get control of the high grounds.
Yeah, I mean, you also probably have the better, if we think about it, the better brawl comp as well. So if you go to Rialto, you can take advantage of the high ground as well as your brawly styles. So
I definitely
look
agree.
Look at the swap here. Kath going to the bench and Sin coming in for the tank now.
It'll
I
be,
know Sin is very adept on the Orisa, so maybe they're expecting a Havana pick.
I don't know how I feel about the horse, but that's personal. I don't really like the horse.
Well, I mean, you don't like the horse, but you know the horse is the best tank in the game, so
Oh, I mean, sure.
let's just say, I mean, it shouldn't be the best tank in the game because it's Roadhog, but the best tank combo in the game with Double Shield. The most broken and stupid.
Yeah, that is true. That I cannot argue against that. That is definitely true.
Very true. True. Oh, wait, I was misinformed. And I forgot that the Quokkas won Lijiang Tower, so it's 2-0 right now.
I was gonna say I thought it was 2-0, but I was like maybe I
Yeah,
just
no, I thought the
war.
Nekos won. That's my bad, but I forgot we had Rusty being an absolute maniac on the Reinhardt control center. That's my bad.
Yeah, you know, I just didn't want to correct you. I was like, maybe I'll just trust him.
No, don't trust me. I'm just the guy that talks fast sometimes. Okay, don't.
Yeah, you should be like an auctioneer.
No, that'd be awful. I mean, you've seen my absolute inability to see things around me in my main tank gameplay, so I can't see the little nods to get the right person their money. Like, oh, I'll raise my finger a little bit so they don't know I'm the one betting. I won't catch that. $10, $10, $10, $10, one going, one's going. Oh, then sold. What? I raised my hand. I didn't see it.
What the fuck?
Size my gavel. It's over.
It's over. I have decided.
And I was the one that bet $10. I win.
I win. I have bought it for myself, myself, and I. Oh, I'm excited to see us go to Gibraltar here. I did not think we'd take this map, but
So I'm guessing we're gonna see a Sin on the monkey.
yeah, and maybe another hog gameplay.
Oh,
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you can if you go to high ground on attacking, you can go for an opening hook because usually someone will stand out on the bridge.
what map is not a hog map? At
None.
this point
All
in the
of them.
game.
All of them are hog maps.
Wow, what an epic design. Thank you, Blizzard.
I actually will genuinely try to think. I can't think of like any. There's got to be one map where it doesn't have a lot of value. I mean, if we're excluding, like, obviously Paris and Horizon, because those are just bad maps in general.
He also gets value in this map, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because you can just.
I mean, you say King's Row, but at the same
King's Row, but
time,
then you think about it, and you think about playing Hog there, and you're like, I mean, it
I can make it
works.
work.
Yeah, like
I can go through Hotel on A. I can go through Alley on B.
You just force a close fight, and then you just get a pick, and then it just works.
I can play the Horseshoe on C. It's just Hog is stupid, man. He can go anywhere.
He can just go anywhere. He gains value anywhere. I mean, and he just. It's stupid. It's just the amount, and then he gets ult charge really fast. He just goes into a fight, then he presses E once he's out, and then just gains 10% ult charge.
And the problem with Hog is not even can he get value in terms of kills. It's can he get value by existing in the game.
Yeah, literally. Just
and yes, he can.
A big body blocker, and yeah. Exactly.
literally just being. What do you do here? Exist.
Yeah. All you need to do is exist.
And yeah, just in case you want to know why we're stalling, guys, we have a 2-minute bio call. So, I mean, Maple's getting his water. Got a refresh going for the 3-0 against the Nekos.
If this was a scuff tracing, we'd have the seal video up.
Yeah, but we don't. Because this is a primetime Gopherwatch league. Oh, true. I can actually do that. I could. Am I stingy enough to want the extra 0.3 ad dollars?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I'll go into the mod view and see what I can do. Oh wait, I probably gotta actually log into the actual account. I can't run as a mod. Oh, this is a disaster. Yeah. Well, I mean, we still have like 17 minutes for this bio break, so we got time.
Yeah, let's just run 20 ads. Get as much revenue on this stream as possible. Running ads, making Monar.
So, Booney, how much money have you made since running Gopherwatch for your 5 seasons?
Yeah, you should have asked that. For
27 cents.
Should have asked that for the last Q&A last season.
Yeah, make sure to invest your channel points, by the way, in Booney cosplay stream 2.0 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my god, we need the Booney cosplay. We should get it in time for grand finals, so he has to cosplay stream for grand finals.
Oh, we could do that live too. We can try to have a LAN finals.
A LAN finals with Booney cosplay. Wouldn't that be something?
That would really get Joan to respect us. By the way, ad break. Bye bye.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, what if we?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to go, as I do not go to the U of M.
I'm getting pretty darn close to just being Zeke Yeager IRL, so I could just do that. I could just find like a. I just need to find a jacket.
Any jacket.
Yeah, just a leather biker jacket. I'm Zeke Yeager from Attack on Titan.
As long as you just have a jacket.
His classic outfit.
True.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh no, Chad's coming in. The first appearance of Chad.
Chad's coming in to play support. So,
Chad's about to take him around town.
I think the Quokkas might 3-0 here. I could announce or jinx it, but I think the Quokkas might 3-0 here.
I'll make a prediction. Do we see a map 4? Very cool prediction. And then yes and no. And y'all got 2 minutes to bet on this one.
Been
Destroy
some,
the bank.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of that, but like, we could see the hog gameplay again, and that could do something. But I mean, also you could just run like a Rhine Diva and you just go unga bunga on them. Have Diva run the high ground, and then when you push off, Rhine just goes in and just unga bungas. And same with the DPS. Just I don't know. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
it's
good
gonna
luck
be
unga bunging on this map. I don't know if you can do that. I mean, I'm a Rhine 1
Well,
trick.
you can
and
kind of
I'm not-
unga bunga on the first point. I mean, especially once you get through the car wash.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think we see a 3-0, but that is just my prediction.
The Nekos will go. You're saying the Nekos will go 0-6 in their first 2 matches?
Yeah. Gonna be tough to see, but
Yeah. Not gonna flex me, but my team's better because we win 1-6.
Oh, there you go.
2 matches.
that's what we want to hear.
Just you wait though. We got the jumbled DPS coming up next week. Y'all better be worried. Quaking in your boots.
I don't know about that.
All right, fine. Boonfist time. I'm engaging it. I'm locking it.
I think I will play the.
I want to save it for the playoffs, but I guess I'll have to use it now. I'll have to use 30% of my real power.
I don't think we'll see me on the DPS next game. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause we got the Huns got their free agent for the DPS line.
I mean, yeah, we got Sin on the Monkey. We'll go back to this game of these 2 teams. But
Yeah,
Rusty,
sure. I guess we can talk about this team.
not our team. Not talk about our epic team.
Yeah.
Hey, we got good team culture going. That's all
True.
that matters.
I do agree.
We
That's all
might
that
not
matters.
we might not win games, but we sure
We're
have
all
a good
about
time
the team
losing.
culture. Yeah, we all about having fun. Some good
Mostly,
old
mostly it's just me just screaming, going, "Oh yeah, baby, this is epic," and then charging it and dying in 30 seconds.
baby.
Oh yeah, let's get it, gamer time, baby! Woo! And then I'm dead. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna have a Roadhog. He's looking. Oh,
Like I'm saying. And immediately.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, you had Trey, who was actually a tactical genius, missing his jump on the high ground to not get hooked. What an absolute giga brain. But yeah, that means Russ is just gonna find Whalefish. Whalefish gonna swap over the Reaper this time.
That
And
bridge
with-
is brutal.
And there you go, Unga Bunga. Sin's
Yep.
gonna go Ryan.
Yeah. No, I just that hook is so brutal on this point. I mean, either end, because you can go out high ground, hog can hook. You can also just wait in the room and like see if anyone jumps on bridge, which usually they do.
Oh, Troubletron gets rocked, but gets back with the team in time to not die there. So, well played. Here go in the high ground. Traffic spots him out, and another hook from Rusty Guma and a bash. There's just so much damage coming through this choke right now. And yeah, the Unga Bunga can't do too much as they just get Ooga Booga right back with Rusty just charging at him. What is going on? Rusty's in their spawn. What's going on right now? This is
As they haven't dropped yet.
what is happening? We're just gonna do hog things and walk away. And they're gonna get Nor Logic as well, so I mean, it's just the tanks be tanks on low ground right now. I mean, Whalefish gonna get both of them, okay? So not over just as of yet.
Oh, giving up so much space, and they haven't dropped yet. Drop!
Guys, we must maintain this high ground! We cannot give it up over there! What the drop! Please!
What? They just didn't drop. Wait, what was their plan there? What, they needed the high ground to fight what?
Guys, if a stagger pick comes through this choke right now, they'll be in big trouble because we got a high ground above them.
Like, what?
I don't know what I just saw.
What? Are we playing seriously? Or are we trolling?
Rusty, what was the plan there?
Yeah, can we get a mid-game interview?
Yo, can we pause and get a mid-game interview?
Like, what are we doing?
A mid-game bot review.
Mid-game bot review. That's exactly what this team needs.
The Slimeman from Rusting him on the high ground, but the Shatter is big! Knocks you from Sin. Sin is just, I mean, he's doing what you say, he's ooka-booking. But they're not controlling his spaceship at all. This positioning is honestly not the best here from Quokkas, but Maple's just carrying with his mechanics alone. He has 2 picks, making it a 3rd. Yes, Maple is popping off right now. Maple is doing his best to make up for his team's, I mean, honestly, some brain force coming in right here for the Quokkas. They gotta bring it back to on 3-0.
I mean, it's just, they've just given up so much cart progression. I just don't understand. I mean, and the way they were on the, I don't know what their plan is here. I just don't, I guess they weren't expecting, I don't even know. I literally don't even know. I'm still flabbergasted at the high ground play from the first point.
If this wasn't a broadcast, I'd probably give it the whip of the day for not touching the card.
I mean, that was a major C9.
And the slam from Rusty on the backline will find 3, but they can't get the rock combo on top of it. And they Molten Core, but the Shatter is there. A high noon, but a huge Anthony from Chad. But the Dragon is big enough to bomb as big as 2. What is happening? Rusty's gonna mine the carts and run away. This is absurd right now. I'm watching Pugs.
Yeah, this has to be Pugs. This isn't Gopherwatch League. This is just casual Tuesday night Pugs.
And the mines get nothing, maybe, except for a little bit of a stall here. So they get one more fight. They will have the Nano boost, perhaps.
Yeah,
but
they have Nano coming into this, but I mean, we also have Visor going into this fight from Sick Buckle.
Oh, but Charvatron's down. So a nice Earthling pick from Maple on the high ground off the slam. Sin's gonna go down there. Transflex gets a little too aggro there on the Roadhog. Gets caught out.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's gonna be enough, as we're gonna have the. I mean, maybe if they get another picker, they take down the turret, and they have Coalescence. But Sick Buckle's anti-nated, can't use the Visor. A nice anti-nade there from Chad. Stops that fight in its tracks.
Good, man.
But
yeah,
Caden just
spent the ult.
Caden just feeds.
Wow.
And so is Jack. They get Nord logic, but they can.
Well, they're just,
I don't know how to cast
running
this.
into them.
I don't know how to cast this.
No, there's no way to cast this. I mean, like, they're just running into them, feeding, and then they can just unga bunga on top of them, and then just get so much ult charge, and then they get picks. It's just like, what is fucking happening? Sorry, I'm just saying, but like, what is happening?
The Dragon is used to get Caden as well from the Rockets. Sick Buckle still has his Visor. Chargeon's gonna have that beat, but never mind, not gonna be able to use it. Sin goes in with the charge, and the bomb from Norlo jump on the high ground is gonna find Maple. I don't know if you saw, but Maple was just crouching right for the bomb.
He was just like,
bring.
He accepted his fate, I guess. Didn't even try to drop and maybe get out of it, but just kind of accepted his fate there. And Chad's just standing on the cart.
Transfer tries to get that last second hook, but not gonna get it.
I guess he was just probably told die, but.
Chad, just stand on cart, do not elaborate.
But yeah, I guess contest and die. Like, yeah, just fucking, just think some good thoughts.
And Jack's gonna swap over on the Hanzo of his own here. Chad will have the Nano Boost probably for Transflex, but they still have this Visor. I mean, use the Visor challenge. We're still waiting for that to happen. Oh, but Jack's gonna get the pick on the Whalefish early, so a nice start there. They're all trying to control his high ground, but just gonna get melted there by Jack. Jack is just chucking the logs down main, doing what Whalefish does best, and showing a little bit of a taste of medicine. Chartron's on point by themselves right now, just right around a point. Sin has a Primal Rage, but he's whole hogged away, and they're just gonna go back to spawn. Jack with a third final blow of this fight there. And the Hanzo swap putting dividends already. Already has a dragon, basically, after one fight. Nice plays.
Yeah, on this next fight, they have to push in with their beat, and then maybe try to use Visor, like use Visor challenge, and maybe even push with Cole too. But I mean, that would use all 3 of your ults, and I don't know if you want to do that.
I mean, they don't have a diva, just Visor.
Yeah,
they
just
don't.
Visor.
And okay, they're gonna combine Whalefish and Charvatron.
Oh my god. It's just, he's wasting so much value, like just holding onto this Visor. Like just push in with like beat or Cole, and then press Q, soldier.
Okay, Jack tries to ult the spawn, but Norlogic is too smart for that one. Gonna eat that one right up. So there you go. Hey, you know what the enemy team can't do? That. Use Visor.
Use Visor.
Just go on high ground, use Visor.
So we see a Visor here?
They get 2 picks though, so maybe not needed entirely. If they can get another pick here, definitely not needed. But Trampo's in your back right now, just vibing. Okay, he's gonna leave. He's gonna walk away as Hog does. Please look at the Hog challenge. Done. Oh no!
Oh,
Sick Buckle just barely dodges that hook. And I mean, Transport is still kind of hanging on your back line. Okay, now we see a visor, right? This will be a good time for a visor because they're rallying in. You can force them back with a visor. It takes a space. A nice beat used from Turbotron there. And the bomb is a nice bomb, baby.
You see a visor.
I mean, the bomb forces the Wraith right now. Here comes the visor. He's on the high ground. He's taking him down. But Whalefish doesn't need the visor. This gets 2 headshots.
Yeah, Whalefish kind of said screw your visor there.
Neutral. I mean, Jack is there on the Tracer, just kind of just crumpled. Maple doesn't quite get the TP on the cart there. Reaper TP mechanics are right, little squirrely, but I mean, you know, considering how good A and B were for the Nekos there, if you're the Quokkas, getting down 26 seconds is not that bad actually. You're pretty happy with that one, especially on Gibraltar. You could probably roll it through a lot faster. If you have a good attack of your own.
My spectating is going so slow and I don't know how to fix it. I'm moving so slow. I can't fix this.
Mouse scroll up. Mouse scroll up.
Oh. Hold on. Scroll wheel up, not doing anything. I'll fix it. Oh, there we go. Fixed.
Huge. And there you go. We're going to have some horse shenanigans on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
We do see the horse come out. The Norse logic. I like that.
The horse logic, man. It's just too much sense to play it. And Maple's gonna go Doomfist.
Well, I hope that the Nekos, you know, don't pull off the same high ground shenanigans we had.
Yeah, I hope the Nekos decide to touch point.
Yeah, I think I hope once they see, oh hey, it's gone through car wash, maybe we should drop down and fight on the point.
Either that or like rotate, you know, to the other high ground.
Rotate. You know, anything's better, you know, than just sticking on the high ground.
Hold your ground! Do not give up this. Do not give this up. Now the TP over across the way. They catch him out. They know what they're playing right now. Maples is, I believe, looking for a rollout here. Yes, gonna look for it. Gets the seismic slamming on the Roadhog, but not too much other than that. I mean, Rusty's trying to Uba Gooba right now, but he's just kind of. This is why you don't play Ryan at this point. Just look at him. He's just jumping around, swinging at nothing. There he is. He's just walking down on blue box, forcing mortality field. Chad is there as well to help out Rusty, but yeah, they're gonna find him. And where is Rusty Goomba? There he is. I lost him for a second, but I mean, they do get the cart basically the end of A here, and. They do drop and fight on cart though. This isn't fair.
Yeah.
This isn't fair.
Yeah, this isn't fair, guys. You weren't supposed to drop.
Gentleman's agreement to not drop.
Yeah,
Kath does get taken out though by Jack for spamming the symbols in, so Jack finds both support by spamming! Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
They get a bite here perhaps as Rusty comes back on the road on the monkey, so they're gonna get an early contest here. Basically it's up to Sim to stop this shenanigans from Maple. Simon slams right in front of a Hog, right in front of a Cassidy. Not the best look for the Doomfist there. They will find Willfish, but both Rusty Goomba and Maple are gone. And here comes the whole Hog through the window, so much damage. And they're going to stabilize here on the defense.
Wow. Actually, a huge whole hog combo with the whole Hog out there. To just send some major damage and knockback there.
Holy sick buckle though. He's getting a lot of final blows right there. And Maple's going to go to Widowmaker against the Hog and the Lisa.
Like I said, the Hog just exists, and he kind of just win. As long as he just keeps existing.
Rusty going for a bit of a soft dive there. Not going to get anything with Willfish. Does he know by Maple? But Sick Buckle is going to hit him with a Cassidy from afar. However, you've already lost Rusty as well in this fight, so it's not looking too good here for the Quokkas to potentially push through. As his high ground control is just impossible to break right now.
You see,
I mean, you don't leave the high ground if you're controlling it like this.
They did drop to defend, but once they won the fight, they rotated back. Very, very smart play there.
I mean, Krusty's taking notes right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's like making sure they can implement this into their next game.
Rush is saving these codes right now. We gotta know how to play this. This is impeccable. I mean, Rusty's just trying to soft dive him, but he just can't do anything. He's forced off immediately and gets hooked right back up. Oh, but they find Sim with the Chad with the nade. But Whalefish is just chucking down the arrows down main. Transflight is gonna do a bit of C9 trolling on cart, try to get there, but Nortlogic spots him on immediately. Man, Nortlogic is an absolute bloodhound for C9s on cart. He's on him in like half a second when they touch cart, right? I mean, they're trying to look for Transflight. Sim might find him. Sen's gonna find
He
him.
just looks up there and is like, it's like he smells it. He's like, someone's on card.
Okay, yep, that's an epic solo grab onto Sin there. I expect a switch from Transflect. There we go. Yeah, I mean that's a switch ultimate right there. But Wilfish taking up by Maple, so it's a good start here for the Quokkas to push in. Perhaps Sickball's gonna find Caden, and the whole hog is sleeping.
Yeah,
Oh, the Antonate is there.
Transflect will come in here to help contest the high ground a little bit. It looks like they will be able to push the card a little more here off that because they did gain control of the high ground there.
That's a nice play by Chad, though, on the Sin to shove him down the sleeping Antonate. Can't really do too much, but the window and the Valkyrie's putting a lot of work here for Whalefish. They're scared to peek him right now. He has a window, so even a body shot's probably going to take you out of this fight. But yes, they do. Oh, Jack's going to get the clean up there. Kane goes down, so you can't build the trans in time, but Sickball flanking! Sickball's getting both supports! He gets slept! They are going to take down the sewer charger, but the high noon is hot from Jack! They're going to trade for his life, though. And here comes the dragon on the cart. Rusty just absolutely rooted on point. And there we go. I believe I'm correct in saying this, Fedora, but the Nekos won that map.
Wow,
I believe we're at 2-1.
I was wrong. So we do see a map 4. I wonder what that map will be.
Maybe 2 CP. I mean, we had a 51-49 split on the points, by the way. So that was a very controversial map.
Do we ask for the veto of 2 CP here? Is that what happens?
Maybe. But also, first off, we gotta give a shout out to HV Sec, regular Jake 55, subbing with the Prime.
No, the Prime sub.
Absolutely massive. We'll put that towards our cosplay stream. It'll be used to buy my outfit. I'm not gonna say, oh, HV, since you sub with Prime, you can choose who I'm gonna be, because you'd be like, oh, Joel from Practical Jokers?
Joel from Impractical Jokers.
Etc. W, thank you so much for subscribing with the Prime as well.
Wow. I would kill to see you and Joe in Practical Jokers cosplay.
I would not.
No. But you should. Oh my god.
Oh, right. I thought I had the emote on this channel, but I don't because I put it on the actual esports. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and add an emote for all of our new primers. Yeah, I got nothing else better to do right now. It's in lobby, so you're my play-by-play right now. What the hell? What's going on?
Play-by-play right now?
I mean, what's going on in the lobby? I'm out of it.
It's, I don't know if they made any switches. I think the Quokkas have stayed the same. Was Sonic Chronic in last round?
Sonic Chronic was not in.
Okay, so they subbed in Sonic Chronic. They subbed. Yeah. Okay. So they swapped Sonic Chronic for Nort Logic, and so I probably will see some more Sonic Chronic Diva gameplay for the next map, whatever that map will be. I think it's 2 CP next. If they decide to go to 2
CP or Veto,
yeah. So and they're gonna KR was called? Okay. So we do see that happening. And it looks like they put in Go Seek for Transflect. So we'll see Go Seek on the support line. Or I mean the tank line, not the support line. And yeah, now we just are waiting.
I've added a tier 1 subscriber emoticon.
Let's go.
And it's the
one that we'll put in Ninja G for Chad. See
no,
Ninja
not Chad.
I know.
This is a
I mean, Chad was the sub they made, and they did lose that map. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything, but maybe. But we will see us go to KR here. No 2 CP tonight.
I'm gonna. Who is the DPS right now?
It's Maple and Jack for the Quokkas and Whalefish and Sick Buckle for the Nekos.
All right, I'll do a more damage question mark, and it's gonna be between Jack and Whalefish.
I would put my channel points on Whalefish for this one.
I mean, I would too because he plays the Hanzo guy. But you know, Jack also played the Hanzo guy last map and did very good on the Hanzo guy. So
did very well on the Hanzo. I mean, let's be real. The Hanzo guy is just rolling a D20 against an AC of 5.
Yeah. Don't worry, I
Yeah.
I understood what he said. I
Yeah,
understood.
you know, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Those are for my my D&D players out there.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, exactly. Because you are a man of culture, Booney.
I just want to be a lizard.
You just want to be a lizard?
Yeah, I was lizard wizard,
Oh, lizard wizard.
and I was a
What race would
bard.
that be? What race would that? Oh my god! Of course you were a bard. Wait, what race were you?
We were just lizard folk.
Oh, lizard folk. I didn't. I was like, I do not know of any.
Yeah, he has
Sprout R.
yeah, prods are. But I'll make sure to send you a picture perhaps because I drew a
Ooh,
picture
yes,
of him. He's
please.
got AirPods, a fade.
Fade?
Yeah, lizard wizard
You're
has a fade.
menace. You are a menace to society. Okay, well, I'm excited to see what we see on KR here.
You're more
Probably
excited
we'll
for
see-
lizard wizard, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm very excited to see some lizard wizard, but I'm assuming we're just gonna go into some brawly comps here.
Yeah,
probably
if you're,
see-
I mean, if you're the Quokkas, it's a pretty good pick to go to KR.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know your brawl comp works. Yep, exactly. We see the Ryan Diva comps from both sides, and we have the Lucio. But again, we do see. Okay, we see Bat from both sides here. No Ana today. I think
No
they
Ana,
might
no
have
Moira.
figured it out. Yeah, they might have figured that one out.
They learned.
Yeah, they learned that the Bat was the more value pick.
Oh, Maple says tee hee.
Okay,
Sin
well,
with the-
I don't like what's going on in our chat right now. I don't like what's going on.
Yeah.
There you
Whoa! Hey, yo.
Flip it and ship it, chat.
Yeah, clip that. Can we make sure someone gets that clip?
It appears that
That's even better than a meow.
as we're moving out here, both teams, but we do have Jack with the May looking for the statue comes in the statue brawl, but they're kind of ready for it. It looks of it. They're ready for the wall. Not going to get that off in time as the team kind of stacks up right now. Kath and Caden have about 30%, but the Immortality was early from Caden, so they're going to push right in here. If you are the Nekos, looking to go in here, around the statue, they find it. They're going to swing on a rusty but the wall is there. They can find nothing. Maybe it's going to find Wilfish though. So the Reaper out of the fight. The wall is there. The Immortality Charbotron is just barely gets taken out of the fight. There, Rusty's hammer swings. And yeah, that's a May differential right there.
Yeah,
Great
I mean,
value
it's
for the
just
wall.
very good to split. Around.
It's a massacre in the theater. All right.
There you go.
You know, honestly, that's a big play by Sin by forcing the shatter out from Rusty. We didn't have to use it. So,
Wow.
honestly, genius play from Sin.
Okay, so from the Quokkas, we have the beat coming up with the high noon as well, and for the Nekos, we have a Diva Bomb building as long as we have window, and we'll probably see our high noon here pretty soon.
Oh,
Here's the window.
Cat is frontlining right now in front of the window. I mean, Cat's alone. Please help your Baptiste. Oh, Maple gets taken out. But it doesn't really seem to matter as both teams just split to high heaven right now. What is happening? I think the Nekos are winning.
Yes.
I think the Nekos are winning as, yeah, there you go, Ninja Chicken. And, I mean, look at this Ghosty, just baby form running around the back line. Look at Reem next, maybe we can touch point last second, but...
I'm just very curious as to what the Quokkas are doing with the awareness. I mean, they're just not turning.
Oh, I mean, Ghosty gets a touch, maybe they get one more fight. No, they're not going to get
No,
it. They
they're
can
not
stagger.
Yeah,
rough.
now your Diva's staggered, but I mean, they had both DPS behind them on point. No one turned to go look for him. It's just kind of free reign. We have a lot of ults from the Nekos here. I mean, they have both their Bomb, their Blossom, and their High Noon. We only have Blizzard and Beat from the Quokkas.
Rusty will have Shatter. Ghosty Glove Bomb. It'll be a big ult fight here coming up. We have Sim trying to hold his face here, but Force Retreat as the cart just gets past the choke. So, but here with an early bomb, the Shatter is huge! It's a two-man Bomb Shatter combo! Nicely played there by Sin and Sonic Ronic, the new Fridge acquisition, and Ghosty's gonna use the bomb. And,
Wall him up.
that's...
Well, that was an interesting wall there from Jack.
I mean, maybe trying to get the Reinhardt out of the way so we get a pick from the bomb.
I guess,
I'm not
I don't know.
sure. I mean, what's the plan though? You're still down 2v5.
Yeah.
you gotta pick with the bomb. Guys, it's gonna be big. 6-man coming up.
Pretty huge, yeah.
I'm feeling it.
6-man bomb coming up.
He's feeling a Booney or Jumbo bomb in scrims. He's feeling it right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, here we go. Rusty has a shatter with the beat from Ninja Droop with a high noon out from Sick Buckle. Tries to do something with it. will break Rusty's shield. The wall comes out from Jack. Once it goes down, the chest gonna come through the shatters. Bank finds 3. But Reflex in the back line.
Wow.
Finds 2. And that, as well as the immortality from Quebec to keep the team alive through that shatter. I mean, Whalefish has been a menace in the background right now in this Weeper. I didn't even mean to say it, but yeah, I said Weeper. Get over it, chat. Get over yourselves.
Weeper guy.
Weeper Sunday. Weeper weekend.
Sunday. Weeper time. Yeah, I mean, huge ult there from Whalefish to get in their backlines and just split up their whole team there.
Oh, nice opening pick on the Ninja Drew. They can't really disengage here now because they have no speed, so they're forced to back up and not take any space. And now Sin can just hold it right now, looking for that, build that shatter up. 69% nice towards building that next shatter. And there's really no ult start from the DPS here for the Quokkas, so we could see a 4-minute time bank here if they're not careful. Here comes a high noon from Maple, trying to get anything done. Then Sin's gonna get charged, but there's an immortality field just in time, and the beat to respond. Rusty taken down. Oh, flash out of the shatter. It's gonna be Sin, so a nice way from Maple. There's gonna be 3 kills here as Quokkas runs around the back line, and then Blizzard is eaten by Sonic Ronic. A huge play from the rookie, the free agent pickup. And Whalefish finds 3 in the back line. Rusty gonna be forced just to charge the point here probably, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough here. Ninja Drew can't do anything but die as he gets flashed from Sickbuckle. Caden has to go on point. Maple rolls into the bomb. It's rough out here. A 3-minute, 25-second time bank here for the Nekos. They're bringing it back. We might be in charge for reverse sweep territory.
Wow. Yeah, very good bomb there at the end to try to hold the team off point. I did like the beat to push in and play your team more aggressively there to just try and finish off the fight. So yeah, very good ending of the fight overall. I'm very worried for the Quokkas here. I mean, you had a very strong first 2 maps, and now you're going into almost getting reverse sweeped. I mean, I don't know who I'm rooting for here.
I mean, I'm always in for more Overwatch. So a map 5 would be pretty cool, and then once you get to map 5, I don't care. But still, I mean, I'm always down for more Overwatch. But yeah, 3.5 minutes on King's Row, especially pushing through C like that, is very impressive.
Meaty push, meaty time bank.
I mean, I'm just looking across the board here at both these teams. It's not even like Whalefish with the major damage. It's Sickbuckle here with almost 1,000 more. But Jack only 2,000 damage on that May. Has to go with the Reaper guy. Doesn't want to let all the Predators down in chat. But
yeah, and Whalefish is probably gonna go crazy again with the Hanzo hero here. Probably gonna just try and like close out this round by just getting as many picks as you can to start off here.
We'll see if Maple's going for just a pick and then swap, or if he's looking to keep it on. But yeah, the Hanzo will probably get a little more value in the brawly style. But if Maple can find a pick here, might just be enough to almost point right there. Might go good Tracer. I'm going to go Cassidy. Okay, yeah, Maple, just pick a character, please. There you go. Maple's going to go Cassidy, and is going to walk out on point. For a bit of a rotation here through. Oh, but Maple can find Sickbuckle. A nice opening pick right there. Doesn't even need the Reaper, or doesn't even need the Widowmaker to find the pick early there. We Rusty Goomba just charging like a maniac and find Sin. A nice pin, no counterplay there from Sin. No counter pin. Rusty can build up towards that shatter. Excuse me, ping dip and a half. Yeah, that's gonna be an L plus ratio, plus
And Unga Bungad, to say the least. To get 2 picks, to get both supports there, and then make it very easy for the rest of your team to finish off the fight once he died.
Nope.
Rusty visited your mother's house last night.
Your mother's house. Yeah, look at Rusty. It's 70% to the shatter here. Could be looking to drop it down next fight here pretty early, but Whalefish now has control basically his entire sight line. If he gets high ground, just starts chucking down those logs. Cade with a nice window though, keeps that space for the team. It's gonna allow that card to go right through the choke. Well played there by the Quokkas, being proactive with their ultimates there.
Yeah, now we're just kind of waiting for cart to push around the corner. I mean, I don't know. You could take a more aggressive hold on this corner here with the cart still pushing, but now it's a little too late, in my opinion.
Another charge in here from Rusty, but doesn't get punched for the immortality field. Is well played there by Caden. And here comes a dragon from Whalefish when the immortality field is there. Sickbuckle will find Caden, but it's not going to be nearly enough as Maple finds 2 at the high noon if you include the Diva Mech. And the tanks are on the flank right now, controlling it down. We're probably going to get one more fight here, though, considering Sickbuckle is still contesting points. So one more fight, perhaps. But look at the Lucio ult charges here. They've just been on speed the entire time. Absolute ooga booga mentality.
I'm surprised we didn't see Sickbuckle, pick off the Lucio there, but because he had a good amount of time there before his tanks turned around to help him.
As we move out here, Jack is on a flank, but Whalefish spots him out. So maybe, I mean, Jack's trying to do the Whalefish thing and just flank Reaper out here at the end of B, but is forced out by the Hanzo guy. Sin will have Shatter here. Oh, the Shatter's blocked! But they can touch? Never mind, both Shatters are blocked. So nothing to kind of that. The counter pin is there. Whalefish finds Ninja Drew, so good start here. But here comes Jack in the back. I gets flashed, but we'll find Whalefish in time. And Sin goes down. The bombs are exchanged right now, but they get the pull. That 3K bomb on top for Go Seek. And now an even more impressive time bank coming into the beginning of C here for the Quokkas. And
I was worried for the Nekos from the start of that fight. I saw the Reaper at Death Blossom with that close of a when they were that close to point. I was worried that they would just get pushed off and kind of lose that point. And that's kind of really what happened.
Jack is just Jade chilling on the high ground, by the way. He's ready to drop it on some opposition here. He's gonna get the Sick Buckle. Yeah. I mean, Jack's done the same thing each fight here. Rusty somehow misses the entire team, punch the Red Sea with that charge, and they're gonna punish him for that. So maybe a stabilization here for the Nekos, but the Quokkas still have the numbers, and the supports are in the back line right now. Is anybody gonna look at them? Well, they can't really heal anybody because they're stuck behind enemy lines, but it's they stay alive a little bit longer. Taken down, and Suck Buckle is swung over on the legs. Wants to hold that visor for last fight with a 4-minute time bank, I suppose.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure, he wants to save it. He wants to save it.
But yeah, he comes back. We make fun of the guy for that play, but he came in and killed like 3 that fight, so good play from Sick Buckle there.
So. Good job, Sick Buckle.
Yeah, as they start moving in here, Maple will have the High Noon to take some space. Sin almost has a Shatter as well.
Yep.
Looking for the speed High Noon around the corner. The pin is there from Rusty. They get Charmatron with the High Noon as well. Oh, but Sin finds a Shatter! It's a big one! But gets punished there, and the Immortality is down just in time. Maple finds 4 that fight, I believe, so a nice play there. 5th there for Maple. Jack steals the 6K, and Jack does the thing that Reapers do and flanks yet again. Will they see him this time? Trevortron beats the charge in from Sin, but they don't see Jack yet. 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 Oh, they find Caden though. Oh, big shatter from Rusty Goomba!
Shatter.
And we're gonna have a very similar time bank from both squads here. And Sick Buckle sadly cannot build a visor in time to hold it, but there you go. And I mean, I should have known the pred here between Whalefish and Jack on the damage. There's like 50 damage separating them right now.
And Weeper Sunday. It is a Weeper Sunday today. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even see that Rusty had Shatter for that fight. I just saw I knew the Reaper ult was coming, and then that Shatter just made it huge and just got the 2 picks there to end the fight. I mean, that was an absolutely massive Shatter from Rusty.
Yeah, I believe he Shattered Cathek, so he couldn't Immortality field the Reaper ult. So it was a pretty big play there from the man, the myth, the legend, the Hall of Famer, Rusty Goomba. But as we start moving out here, basically the same comp on both sides here. Basically, the comps that work the best for both teams are now going at it. So it's the best on best here.
Sonic Chronic bomb this round. I want to see Sonic pop off with a huge bomb this round.
I mean, Ghosty got that 3K, but we're happy with that one.
Hey, let's maybe Sonic can get a 4K. Who knows? Who knows?
Since a bit of favoritism here.
I'm just saying. I just like to I like to see the new guys come in and just show off.
Let's go Seek. I'm your #1 fan on this stream.
Okay. Yeah, let's get Booney the #1 Go Seek fan sign.
And here we go. Here, both teams ready to move out. It's going to be mirror compositions except for the Baptiste and Nyaauru, but Jack is yet again doing the funny Reaper thing where he just stays in the backline and drops in and they don't notice until he gets a kill. Oh, Sick Buckle does see him this time though, I believe, so yeah. Rusty just charged in though and gets connect. But they do find Rusty, so it's not done just yet though with Caden's Immortality field going down. Jack's going to find Sick Buckle, so maybe they're going to get another contest here. Rusty just respawned, the Sick Buckle is there just now as well, so I mean, why swap out the Baptiste if you're Cathek here? Why go the Ana? I like the Baptiste a little more, but we'll have to wait and see what does get more value here at the end of the day. Starting to walk forward here, sends 60% to that Shatter with a nice flame strike there right through the entire enemy team. Big Anthony from Cat, that's why he played the Ana. But Jack yet again is flanking. Rusty Koopa! The Ryans just trade their lives instantly back and forth, but they do find Caden. So there you go, the support's down. This is the Quokkas arguably sent packing. Jack is yet again in your backline. We'll find the Reaper. Can he get more? There we go, the high noon out for Maple, but Sick Buckle's got taken down for Controda. Sick Buckle with 2. Sick Buckle just trying to do just enough. There you go, past the 10k damage mark as well. And they're going to cap point A. We have 43 seconds left in the bank, and they're going to start pushing up here, and they have a lot of ults to work with.
Only ults going into this fight, and they're going to have both tank ults. They have their high noon, and they have their nano. I mean, you just get the shatter and just do the nano, and just go an unga bunga on that team. And it's, I mean, they have no, I mean, they just used their high noon on the Quokkas, which was, I don't know if I would have done that, but I mean, I guess they were trying to just draw for as much time as possible.
Oh, it was maybe a clutch pull. It was like a 3v4, so we get a pick with it.
You could have tried to get a pick, so.
Could this be the Sonic Ronic Bomb? Could this be the Sonic Ronic Bomb? Oh, the shatter! 50 damage is done on a Rusty Shield! Oh, the counter pin is there! No, the Tiny Field! But it's okay, they do get 2 picks out of the back of it here. The bomb comes in, we'll find Sick Buckle! So potentially turbo here, Ninja Drew does get anti-hit though. Ninja Drew falling very weak with it. The Diva is still there from Ghosty. Ghosty is going to get slept on cart and launched straight into the air. So can't use the window, they use the bomb as well. But they will potentially have Shatter here from Rusty Goomba. But both DPS ults on ready for the Nekos here. Will Whipfish do the funniest flank again?
I mean, they just have, like again, they don't have a lot of ults going to the next fight to try and hold cart. They only have, like, really their Shatter, and maybe they'll get their Reaper ult in time. But, I mean, the Nekos have both their DPS ults going into this, making it a very winnable fight.
They catch Jack out and force a Wraith early. The nade comes in, here comes the Reaper on the backline, finds Maple, finds a Jack, finds Kane as well, that's a 3k! And the Shadow's invested for Rusty Goomba! Oh no! That's about disastrous you can get there for a fight.
They didn't even have to use High Noon, just all they needed was Whalefish to just go in their backline and press Q.
They'll have Shatter and they'll have High Noon still, and beat. They only had to use High Noon, or they only had Reaper ult.
I mean, I see him pushing all the way here.
Unless a miracle from Jack is you know, thrown out here.
It's a 5k or 6k.
There's no immortality field, so it's up to Sonic Ronic to stop this Reaper from getting value. They can control Sin and Shatter! Sin finds nothing with the Shatter, I believe it. Here comes Jack! There you go! The miracle! The 4k! With the Reaper ult, what you can do, I can do better. +1 on the Reaper ult for Jack.
Absolutely just announcer jinxed them there. So sorry for the Quokkas. You can blame me.
The caster curse was real.
Yeah, it was the caster curse.
But I mean, I brought in the caster blessing though. I said a miracle from Jack would bring it back.
True.
So, and then the miracle from Jack happened.
So we both were just kind of preying on the downfall there.
I mean, you're just kind of a Ghosty hater.
Look, I'm just saying.
I had to cheer for him.
Nothing against Ghosty. I just want to see Sonic just throwing an absolute another nutty bomb.
Yeah, #1 Ghosty hater.
Okay.
Jumbled.
I'll get a t-shirt. I'll just go to a whatever t-shirt site I can go to and get a cheap t-shirt that just says, yeah, custom ink, that's the one, I couldn't think of it. And just get a cheap t-shirt that says #1 Go Seek Hater. And then I'll buy one for you, Boone, that says #1 Go Seek Fan.
We gotta get like a template for the jersey, like a jersey template, and it's just number N Go Seek Fan / hater.
Yeah. And then everyone has to get one.
I'm the number 26 Go Seek hater.
Yeah.
Or I'm the number 17 Go Seek fan.
So then we reserve #1s for the support and the hater.
We're all in.
Okay.
But Sick Buckle, a change here. Gonna be playing the J Sill on the defense. Maybe try to put an end to Jack shenanigans on the flank with those traps and those mines. Let's see if it works out. If Maple can get another early pick here to open it up here on A. Doesn't look like, but Sin's kind of alone right now. Yeah, that's play without your team there, pal. That's not the best move there as a Reinhardt player. But, I mean, Ghostik is stuck in a trap right now. Sonic Ronic lose the mech, but they do lose Sonic Ronic entirely, the body and the mech. Willfish in the backline, though, will find one. Finds Maple, so potentially a 2-tick and then touch. Oh, just barely can't touch the mecha. It's Willfish, as Jack finds yet another, and that's going to be point A captured yet again.
You know, just need to make sure that they just alt track each fight and try to make sure they have at least 1 or 2 ults going into each fight, because that's what they're going to need to push this cart farther.
I mean, yeah, with 1 minute remaining, if the Nekos fight early here, they'll have multiple fights on B to drain that clock down.
Yeah,
As the Nekos doing, they're walking straight in. The nice early winner from Caden, though! The Flame Strike through it, finds Charmatron!
Oh, Rusty's coming throwing.
Oh, he's caught lacking in the back lines. But they do find Cathect, so it's a 2v1 trade right there. But you get out, you'll have another fight here on B, which is exactly what you want. 48 seconds remaining. You have some ult building up here on both sides. So I'm not gonna say miracle for either one. It's just better execution. It's just skill diff, honestly.
Huge skill diff.
But Jack is just flanking yet again. Ready to pounce on the enemy with another Reaper ult. The end of B is a Reaper ult haven apparently today. But as they're going for it, Sick Buckle does have this tire. One fight remaining. 20 seconds remaining. Kath has the window here at the core, but she drop it down. Just drop it down. The shutter's blocked. But this window is absolutely god-awful. But Jack will find Sick Buckle to find Ninja Druids in time. Jack finds another one. It's a 2K for Jack in the back. I was going to find another one with the DPS here. Where the Quokkas going absolutely hard. And yeah, they're gonna get at the end of B here, but they still have one more fight on C. And look at the ult building up here. You have the bomb and the high noon, but you have the Reaper ult, you'll have the shatter, you have the bomb, you'll have the beat, you'll have basically everything here.
There's a lot to worry against the Nekos here.
Just can Sin hit a bomb? Or I mean, yeah, as Reinhardt can Sin hit a bomb? No, so I guess they lose. GG's go next. Sin push up here, go seek with the bomb in the back line and the high noon. It's gonna it's two. Both supports are down. Sick Buckle this fight. Maple the shatter is down. Finds nothing from Sin.
Oh my god.
The bomb in the back of Sonic Rock is this in? Wheelfish finds two. The bomb thank you, touch. See that? Yeah, well, I mean, Sonic Ronic got none in the kill feed, but that bomb was huge for zoning as well as Wheelfish finding two on that Reaper ult.
The zoning bombs are the best bombs.
And we are going to a map 5.
Wow. The miracle happened.
But it wasn't enough.
Unfortunately, I was gonna say it just wasn't enough. It still goes to map 5. Jack's back is getting a little sore, and I don't know if it's gonna be able to go into map 5.
Oh my goodness. Well, now I gotta open the VOD and check who had more damage. I wasn't paying attention.
Someone was counting my Unga Bungas for that map. I said 5 in one map.
Nice.
Yeah. Very well, shout out to Flambo Jambo for that.
Okay, let's see. Jack had 13k, Wheelfish had 11k.
Oh yeah, who won the more damage?
Jack.
Wow. Defying the odds. Probably a lot of it from that last fight there on the first round.
Going Reaper. Just going the Reaper guy.
The Weeper guy.
Jack does win the more damage, but Whalefish wins the map, so...
Yeah, I mean, so what's more important here?
Alright, let's see.
Well, I mean, those
here.
sweet channel points that we need to invest for the cosplay stream, so I honestly would say the channel points are a little more better, or worth, in my opinion.
Now I said the lane prediction. Who wins map 5?
I honestly don't know. I mean, we might see a reverse sweep here. And it's still unbelievable. I mean, the Quokkas had such a strong first 2 maps. I thought they had a 3-0 for sure. But then in the Nekos, just like something was thriving through their veins. They just were dominating.
It all kind of depends on map selection here from the Quokkas. Because, I mean, where do you go, though? If you go to Nepal, you're kind of playing the double shieldy style that the Nekos enjoy playing with Sin on the... we saw the horse logic earlier, so they wouldn't mind playing that. Ever since Sin came in, the Brawl has also looked to be in their favor as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, you really can't take them to, like, a brawly map, but... I don't know. It's going to be tough. I think this last map is just... I think it is going to be, like, just a battle of the Brawl comp. I think unfortunately, the Nekos might win it.
It's honestly looking like a coin toss here between both these teams. Because, I mean, the Quokkas, maybe they felt themselves a little too much there after the 2-0 going up there. And then it is Nepal. So...
Yeah, it's going to Nepal, so it's going to be battle of the Brawl. And I mean, my prediction is that the Nekos just brawl better.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe Jack having the advantage just playing the May character on the village and Rusty Ball on the Sanctum. It's tough. Again, I think this map is literally a coin flip. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's going to be... And we see Sin going in on DPS and Nort Logic coming in.
Okay. I was about to say...
There's no Exotic Chronic. I can't say the Diva Bomb. No.
I saw a sick buckle on tank for a second. There. I'm like, oh, innovative cut for map 5, but he's just too busy swapping people out.
Yeah, they're trying something out new for the map 5.
So yeah, the Sen Whalefish DPS duo coming in here for Nepal. We're definitely gonna see some Echo, some Tracer gameplay.
And Transfect is gonna come in for Go-Seek.
Transfect did kind of carry on the first map though of Lijiang Tower with those
Yeah.
Diva plays, so trying to get some of that energy back in the team, I suppose. Yeah, if you're the Quokkas, you gotta just keep that mental strong because you're on the verge of a reverse sweep after you had such a dominant showing on the first 2. But the Nekos coming back strong, which makes some swaps. And honestly, I want to ask you the hardest question here: who would be the MVP for both sides if you?
I thought I was thinking about that last map. I was thinking, so if the Quokkas win, it's Jack, and I think if the Nekos win, it's Whalefish. That's what I'm thinking.
It's close. I would honestly, Kane would be my MVP for the Quokkas, and then for the Nekos, I'd probably say Sin. But we'll have to see. It all comes down to map 5. All comes down to recency bias. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really gonna come down to this last map of who my MVP is, because nothing matters up until this point. No gameplay has mattered up until map 5.
no lack of Sonic Ronic bombs has mattered until now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. If there was a big bomb that last one, and the Nekos had won, Sonic Rock would have automatically been my MVP.
The new FA comes in and absolutely steals the show for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Go-Seek will never be my MVP. Sorry.
I mean, you are his #1 hater.
I am #1 Go-Seek hater.
Yeah, here we go. We're gonna start off here on Sanctum. I believe this is Sanctum. Could be wrong, but whatever. It's the inside one with the Zen statues. Because yeah, it's Sanctum because it's Shrine for the elephant one, and then Village for the other one.
We'll probably see Hog from both sides here. Logic maybe pull out the Hog.
I know Cass big on the ball guy, so
like Nort has got to pull out either the no, we're gonna see Sigarissa.
double shield. Oh no, the forbidden comp.
I mean, this could be really unfortunate for the Nekos, though. I mean, either tank gets pulled in, and it's gonna be a tough fight for them.
I mean, they're just playing for the spam right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, Sin's gonna TP him out and probably swap over to the Torbjorn because the Tor turret in the corner is so strong on this map, especially. Oh, gonna go Tracer.
You see a little more spam though from the Quokkas here with the Junk and the Zen.
Oh, never mind. The spam is just better because Whalefish hits a headshot.
Never mind.
Rush is looking for the hooks, but not really landing as there's 2 shields in his path. Okay, you look for the pull comes through and the rock. Rusty caught mid-eat and gets taken down. And there you go. A nice pull from Nortlogic as well. The pull rock combo is big right there, and Whalefish starts off with a huge headshot into Jack, stops that spam right in his tracks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they must have known that Rusty was probably gonna go Hog for this map, so they wanted to pull out the shield so they could just absolutely deny his hooks.
Whalefish finds Jack again! The Lumberjack is at work today. Chucking the logs down main, trying to get the pick. I mean, Maple's on a bit of a flank here. Could maybe get a pick. No, forced to retreat. They do catch him out. Kath almost has this flux here, and no ults really building for the side except for the window for the Quokkas. Rusty caught again on a bit of a flank, and they find Ninja Drew and Maple. They're just gonna fight the unit. Sin is punished for being a little aggressive, but it's not gonna matter. It's already 3 picks in favor of the Nekos here. Just don't get hope at Rusty Gooba challenge. Okay, he doesn't hit that one. So yes, they stabilize and retreat. And Sin's gonna be back just in time with a Tracer blink, so... And this is looking like a pretty decisive comp diff right now. The window's invested though, but here comes the Flux and the Dragon! Finds Kaden. So the Immortai feels out of the fight right now. Rusty Gooba doesn't get the hook, but can't get the kill. Nortlogic is able to throw down that supercharger, and Jack is taken down with the pulse. And Transflex invest the Flux here, and that's.
Sigarissa though. I mean, like, I imagine that Rusty is either waiting until he gets it. Nope, he switches right now. I was gonna say he's gonna have to switch off Hog with this double shield comp.
Yeah, and Transflex swapping out the Sigma as well, so that's what that Flux is for. Kaden gonna go Brig. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I mean, it's like maybe just to stop Trey a little bit with the Brig. But Trey is just currently chasing Rusty Goomba around. Here comes a tire from Jack. Tries to get a kill, but the immortality field is there. Can they break in time? Here comes a tire right around the corner looking for a kill. Oh, it's a big one. Gets 4. It's a huge tire from Jack. And the point's going to flip now a moment too soon. 96 seconds, or 96% and counting.
And they get the full team kill.
Okay. Thanks.
They said, no. We don't want the reverse sweep today. And Jack just, again, putting the team on his back right there to get the point.
My biggest question is, though, why didn't Cass just eat the tire? He's playing Sigma. So L plus ratio plus skill.
Yeah. True.
Oh, but Sin gets 2 with the pulse bomb! It's probably gonna get Ninja Drew as well. Sin finds 3. Put the team on his back, Sin! And Welfare's the DPS duo for the Nekos back at it. And what a play from the captain. That pulse bomb was huge. The mines are on point right now. But there's not really much Rusty can do but just be annoying and try to test the cards line. Pop up Whalefish has those storm arrows and just pelts him down. The Dragon's on point, splits him in 2. But Jack just gets Sin. Jack's back on the Doofus, and there's a transcend from Ninja Drew on the point. It's very winnable for both sides here. The Airshot is invested from Quebec. They use the supercharger here from Nortlod, but Ninja Drew's gonna fight Whalefish, shows a huge burst of damage. Gone for the Nekos as Nortlod is just by himself and now does find Kaden. But will they get the kills? Kath is 1v1ing. Zen on point wins that 1v1. Hits the rock as well. Kath is absolutely popping off right now. The Sig 9 could potentially happen. Here comes the slam down, Trifect out of the mech. But Rusty is still alive right there. Here comes Sin back on the point though to chase that pesty Rusty Goomba around. And there you go.
Wow, huge from Kath there to stay alive as long as they can to get the ult and eventually lead. I mean, it wasn't a Sig 9, but it was what won them the fight.
Yeah, that was a huge play from Kath. I mean, just staying alive against 3 opposing members, getting that Zen out of the fight, and then getting both tanks in that flux to take that damage down. That was a huge play from Quebec right there. But it all starts with Sin with the double pulse bomb to open that up.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and Kaden came in with a clutch break touch there just to give it enough time to reset the overtime clock for then for Drew to come in with a trance to try and give their team a little more time to come back and maybe win the fight. But again, Kath staying alive there to get that ult off is just absolutely massive for them, for the Nekos.
Yeah, I mean, that's very close. Almost a huge clutch play from the support line of the Quokkas, but just barely not enough. But Rusty has had enough, has gone the Reinhardt guy. It's just going to swing and brawl on point here with the Symmetra and the Cassidy. But Whalefish has foreseen this in every universe, potentially, and goes the Echo character to just make sure Rusty does not have fun. Double shield into an Echo as a Reinhardt. This guy is, he's in for a heap of trouble. Oh, nice rock, though. Force on the Immortality Field early. The Immortality Field's out of the fight already. And now Sin's on a bit of a flank here. Tilting in some damage on this off angle. Do they take him out, though? Transfix on him. The charge from Rusty Goomba, I believe, finds a rock. Just barely charged up from Sin finds 2. They do get the point early here of the Nekos, so they can stabilize a little bit here. They potentially can hold it on. They lose Nort Logic, but they can go for this res as Whalefish is pelting in some damage from the side right now. Nort Logic is resurrected back in the fight, and there's no Immortality on the other side. Sin finds a 3rd. And there you go, Sin on the off angle, building up so much damage. I mean, Rusty just charging like a maniac again, finds Emerald in the back to his fight. Maple comes back and clutches that. Maple has, or actually Sin has high noon, finds Ninja Drew, but Maple finds another. It's very winnable here for the Nekos. Oh no! Kath! Me and Maple and Rusty have just clutched this out for their team. What a huge play from the Cassie and Reinhardt combo there. And 30% and counting already.
Massive shatter from Rusty and Maple to come in and cancel the Sig ult so he has no chance to try and get anyone off there.
Yeah, that was...
Wow, that was insane, actually.
And now, I mean, you have both support ults here if you're the Quokkas, and only the duplicate and the window here. If you are the Nekos, it's gonna be kind of tough to push in here, as Maple's just putting in so much work right now on Whalefish, put him so weak. Whalefish forced to retreat, has to get that Mega Pack. Didn't have the pocket just right there, but back. Yeah, here we go. Whalefish looking for the duplicate here, probably on that Reinhardt. Put some pressure on that front line, looking for it. Gets the dupe, it is on the Reinhardt, but gets flashed in the pin. The high noon out from Maple. The Shatter's in, does find transfer for the high noon from Maple's being to get connect. And 2 picks already down. Rusty just spinning in a circle and winning, and after only 2 fights, it's last fight territory, 75%. I see. Nort Logic will find Transfect though. So the Diva out of the fight here. Ninja Drew. Bit out in the open there, but they get the flash, maybe. Rusty Goomba, what is he doing? Rusty Goomba, it's absolutely hard trolling in the back lines, but he's doing it big! He's got the shatter off! What a menace! He just refused to die there. At 99% and counting, it looks like the Quokkas have just absolutely steamrolled this point. And we're going to a point 3. Could we see the denial of a reverse sweep with the reverse sweep on Nepal?
I actually really, I know you were saying that Rusty was kind of thrown there, but I actually kind of really like that pin. Once Ninja Drew booped off the Stigma there, kind of pulled him into that room and kind of distracted the rest of his team from going onto the point to try and fight for it. I actually really like that pin. And then he got his shadow, which was even bigger. He must have, I mean, he probably knew how close he was to all if he just went in there and unga-bunged.
I mean, okay, it was a good play, but to be honest, the Nekos decided not to shoot him. So
yeah, they didn't kill him. So
that's kind of why I thought he was doing a bit of trolling, but I guess he's just better.
It was just L plus ratio plus skill difference.
He just made him forget he was there. And now we're kind of on a weird point here. Whalefish gonna go with the Pharah. This is kind of the Pharah point here, but I'm surprised to see the Reinhardt because the ball is gonna have some kind of a rough time finding value on this point, I think. Especially into the brawl.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not necessarily a lot to stun him, but I just can't, again, yeah, I can't see him finding a lot of value here on this map specifically.
I mean, they're just kind of relying on the DPS to just poke him out, and then maybe a roll through from Cass to put in some work. But Maple's just saving that flash from every time. Maple playing this anti-ball strategy kind of perfectly right now, looking to flash him when he comes in. And Whalefish taking down Maple. Say his name and he takes out Whalefish. So with that massive amount of damage out of the fight already for the Nekos, it's going to be kind of hard for them to re-engage here. As the point is now under control of the Quokkas. They're going to find Emerald as well. Jack fully charged, putting in a lot of work right now. And Nortler's probably going to get dematrix. Yeah, going to get demeched and staggered. And Whalefish comes up over on the Cassie. No more Echo, or no more Pharah, and Sin's going to go over the Echo instead.
Yeah. I mean, going into this fight, I mean, there's no ults card on the board yet, but I mean, we look at the Quokkas and they're closest to having like the most ults. I mean, you're kind of close to the Diva Bomb, you're getting right there to High Noon, and then you have Window too, so I mean, it's kind of in favor of the Quokkas right now as they launch out Window.
Kath is in the backline now, but swings down on the point, but gets caught inside the Sim turrets. And now Maple gets that flash onto both Sim and Kath, but I think he'll reload. Can't get the kills. Whalefish is going very aggressive. Here comes the bomb in the back end from Transflect. Will find one, and I believe the DMEC as well. Finds two from Transflect. There you go. The High Noon as well invested from Maple. Holding it. And not gonna find anything there but a bit of zoning. And Sin forced to retreat for now. I mean, Sin might get staggered here. Yes, Jack! Oh no, it's actually Maple. I thought that Jack had the long range beam. Tilting him down. And Kath finally summoned in the Rhine.
A good zoning Deadeye. I know he didn't get anyone, but I think it kind of helped the team close out the fight there to just keep the point a bit more percentage here and maybe get closer to not getting reverse sweeped.
Yeah, I mean, it's last right territory here. You'll have the shatter, you'll have the beat. So very, very holdable here, but Sin's on a bit of an off angle right now, potentially may get a pick early. Doesn't look at me. Here comes the bomb in the back line, finds two! I mean, that's even time field, but yeah, finds one, finds Transflect, so a good start there. And they're going to give Gethek the nano. So I can build up that shatter here for an initial fight potentially, but the team wipe comes through. You'd have to invest quite a bit though, but you have a lot of also hold as well. So both teams in a good position to potentially take it and win the map.
I mean, you could try to beat in with shatter and try to speed in and win the fight, but I mean, they do have the Nekos do have 3 fights going into this.
Adjusting angle of attack.
Do you play for the 6-pack? And then just unleash it. The
Yeah,
hiding from Whalefish out early.
Trying to play for the crack open the 6-pack.
Oh, what is... I mean, Kath just gets absolutely destroyed. Charges in the backline. Whalefish will get the kill on the Kaden. The duplicate finds nothing from Sin, but they do find Transflect and Rusty goes down on points, so I believe it looks like a victory here for the Nekos. I mean, Jack's still there. Jack and Maple are still there. Very doable. Jack finds another, but Norlogic has returned. Yeah, it's not quite gonna be enough, but they did have to use basically all their ults here. But you only have Beat and High Noon, and I guess you wouldn't. Okay, you have 3 ults. Good job by the Quokkas. Yeah, I thought they had one.
It's causing a lot of stress for them right now. I mean, I mean, Maple's doing their darndest to try and run it, but I don't know. I don't really know what the Reaper play is gonna do here, but I hope the best for Jack.
Oh, they find Maple early. Can't use the High Noon. A huge flank from Sin in the back line. A beat from Ninja Drew though. Could be enough. They do put the point right back over for their side. Sin's on a bit of a flank angle, but they do find Whalefish. Jack just walks in. Kills 2. Emerald going down 97% and count. And look at the Quokkas have got this one in the bag.
Yeah, I think this is in favor of the Quokkas right now. And looks like there it is. Looks like they just barely did not get reverse sweep. And that's GG's. Wow.
about as close as you can get there to a reverse sweep, but the Quokkas staying strong and holding them off.
Yeah, wow, that was just a little too close, but I think we're looking at the man who did a lot for this team for them to win tonight.
I'd have to agree.
Wow, absolutely massive. Yeah, I mean, I know for sure my vote for this match is Jack MVP, but I don't know if you agree with that necessarily.
Yeah, Jack would be probably at least in my top 2. I always want to give a shout out.
Who's your other one?
Caden had a very solid
yeah.
performance on the Baptiste and the Zenyatta, but I'd be willing to give to Jack.
Yeah, I think I mean, at least like ultimate wise, I think Jack did a lot for that team. I mean, watching every play that he came in and tried to clutch in for fights. I know like he didn't win on Kings Row, but I mean that was an absolute clutch ultimate to try and not let them get the full push. Unfortunately, they just couldn't push as hard on Kings Row and win right there. But overall, I mean, they did win the match.
They did win. That's very true. That's a factual statement that she just put out right there.
They did win.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give Jack the MVP there for that performance.
Yep.
And okay. Okay. I saw the chat or the trades chat opened up, so I was like, oh, someone actually put something, but no, it's just a meme. But yeah, big plays from Jack and the rest of the Quokkas to fend off the reverse sweep. A good 3-2 victory for them, and I believe that's it for our matches this week. So
yeah,
I'll go ahead and open the schedule and see what's coming up on week 4. In week 4, for our bye week, we have the St. Michael Hawks, the Kanto Cantaloupes, and the Honolulu Hamsters. Then after that, we have the Kittens and Quokkas, the Axolotls and Bandits, the Gorm and Gorp Syndicate versus the Ringers, and the Hamburg Hoons and the Nyaauru Nekos. Both teams will be looking for their first win of the season next week.
Yeah. Well, GG's to everyone tonight.
Yep, GG's. And we will go ahead and send you guys off. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening.